Jessica.
Who general?
Was there?
Oh, general.
Yeah, you are buying all.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't near my binty. Yeah, Jimmy 5,000. But DIABY, the amount some young one said before ABOU hosted this African Games, Morocco hosted. Morocco the $45 million in the host year. Before Morocco, Congo hosted.
Although, like President expected reports on the second week of December 2025, they'll break down in our total spend budget 245 million. More says Kuma.
So I make a choice say Morocco at the 45 no host in the day. Congo at the $68 million.
We kind of way credit card.
Yes, even Congo the Crampono, the then president knows is after the games and not calling for investigation. 68 is huge for them to use that money for only all African games. They will crown him. The certain president calling for. I mean, just like what President John.
That's in far we choose now. You see,
it is Ghana. More Babe hosting African. $245 million. $245 million.
$195 million. Operational hosting cost $48 million. Early support feeding $50 million. Game village host upgrade 16.0.
Operational hosting cost. Who are the pro? I don't know. Sports for no catch say indemnities unclassified.
Okay.
Unclassified and $148 million. Are they? I'm listening about who Kumana.
Adia Yannis, may I didn't say busy because Monday no. Many open ye be dim common. Na many didn't come to be a dear between me and shame. And I mean, who say by Enra and I say ne. There was a sign in Komowe, a shall say a barbonting. It's a bit of a Komowe baba. Now, opiniona or him or hema, all of these things a buyer no was Mustafa Yusuf. Na aha na asfana tosumami. Debi American makani biem. This minister is one of the ministers to me in the past 16 years. This is the worst sports minister that we've ever had in our country. DIABY, the worst sports minister that we've ever had in our country is Mustafa Yusuf. See, this man who you see, you supervise $245 million. Ahead of the super clash, and Tiabrena, the Ramit Media man. I was now chip pepper and I confirmed them live on Fakye TV. The Benin Forum Abomodian Commodity Repair, former 11 Wonders Unistar Academy, and a girls Accra to folk and a BA United. Or more me for that, your friend is Salifu Ibrahim, Ebeka Ama Benin minor, and now your official normal squad and all by Nidiako Akwaku Ramo. And there's a Ghana, their players overdose because when you're here, there's in Uganda and Swatunsa, Afre Babal Hassan. Now, my didi come which they was a mirabi biadeba, Miguso Rena, Mabo Modena San Comono, Etime Remeda Mada News, everybody ama, say here can on the bar, Madaroma, Monkamwa, na Jesse, repay, Majmadino, and Cosedi, Sipen on Timo Argent Chenebra. You see on a match as a call, so then I walk on Fakye TV on Facebook, or join here. What follow, what like, what share, what comment, Fakye TV on YouTube, or join here, what subscribe, and come pa. What like, what share, what comment. The WhatsApp line is 020-754-3637. 020-754-3637. Now, come be a person di. Oh, Jumadi no sono. Oh, dear Rami Timiere ama. Me da mo quick me bape. Me man ba na oh dear Ramo. Na man on insem no. Atwaso di ama. Ye ba sisia. Games. Black Stars ekobo mo match. Any some man we no coach na parliament say you qualify for. Any man we no bo ni video wa no.
All right.
There was one make a boy. Any man when I World Cup qualify to two matches, coach or all call it parliament say, yeah.
call it for. So the same thing.
The case here also your call on Millennium Constructions and me tools are Eddie Afro so Manonia. Fambon for pie reboah now there soon above. A Japade and ye Japade any day on Saka Ubedi Hua Ama Onan and Council for Ghana ha. Munyam Shekese, Wabomodi Kuku Fidi Siswa, Munyam Shekese, and Millennium Construction Semenka, and Fatron say, Adansi Hunia Yebe Boara on say Timia Kabiamon Common Ede, the Etere so Amanone O Passasiato, O Amanone O Pifiato, O Amanono Pesi Sifiumonoma, O Amanone Anawa Ghana, Ufiene Dada Pesi Renovatia, and Millennium Constructions, or Maswe, and also Rane Reneboa, Manema Koyepa, a Timi Edi Emma, the amount need Demushonko, Eye Kama ni, Omono, our sister, 15-20 solid years are. Omono bianya semda omejume bi omobo biaro ya de damu fueboa manema koye perema de mom common saye denise ene mo am going to real estate development no money omo nisa woso and a hostel sawodo na hospital sawodo na churches sawodo na school sawodo na omo aneko ekokusi omo so omo no omejuma no nya kumase ne nkran and to land bi da baby na unu se kwan wa na peso ye project a or contact your mom aba be area 0244 27 4084 0244 274084 niamboa na niamande da ye soro etimi emfama boss ho ban ma wanumu nda ho enye hwehwehwam na niam ankoye pa etimi emfama nkomo de tie Gentleman Dental Clinic Doc Semenka emfa so wanya ha bi wanum abra omobomode examination and consultation omo scaling and polishing zeniam bia keka ka osinim da oseno so kwa ebe yi sa nkeka wari nyine fio awru wolum na oseno so ada ho uwie pe na waka che dog say on whitening teeth na ma ebe fita satade e shemi ye wobreze esese no bakusia ye be ma medicated braces na ebe bo wo ban na ma sena nya hoden asaso kama konfu be jai so muhuru no na ebibia koye di ama oseno atu opeze no replace no your permanent one or your temporary one no enso e wo no na afi no opeso si gold na silver na you know mo hwe eye doko sika semi ade a ehu hia pa baro ni sika na wo ha wo sinima wo de bra obere na waboa na kakra bia wo de beto ase no ya ye ho adwuma de ama after no na watwa na kakra unya ne bibia Gentleman Dental Clinic Limited omonko a ere ye de ama nkrampata mo benya omo Kumasi omo techiman ena ko for dia afrawo Ghana de bibia Gentleman Dental Clinic omo yejuma wo ha bia wo se ho afa number no obetimi ne doc edi nkomo 0598 731 823 0598 731 823 na 0559 139 582 0559 139 582 ko niambo so no by na nema ende da ye pa entimi emfama kin bibi aboko de
nyame atom kwaku na so e
no wa den sa amano ne so e de
Ronaldo ne Piers Morgan interview no still omu release ba Ronaldo so kwa Argentina nye Messi na goat e wa Argentina
the why you go to
was Maradona and a Messi beba na World Cup no Maradona ma bejiji bia but ono e ban na Portugal anye hwe and wa baji me nsam wo se Portugal ji World Cup e be shock world iso mo nji bi da ti se obi a o ma jiji bia na o baji bia de na waye Ronaldo
azo ne ya adwana
okay me de me nko bi
onko bi o
no wakasa about the Saudi League was say abra chota ewu ye no osumpa ye musa ne wife satan no gem
yeah but ora ma bi jam for ma this time we say we shishe ba ti mrene sheda nye we na de kajagum ne enko why
right your brother say so na you be breaking it down na you touching it down na you knocking it down na nya dajajaja mu yom power no nsemo na misunku malewa and you Ronaldo opeka ma breaking it down jama dada esana down for pa ni chocho mucho aya Piers Morgan no oni na dinkomo na adecha de say na omode ba kwa be hunum emu ya say joa na omode ba kwa be tarim say dia na oma say be say ade no na owura friend Ronaldo na Piers Morgan ni dinkomo na yabusa say Ronaldo say who shall go it was Spain and we shall go our Saudi Arabia na go channel for now Ronaldo say it's more easier to score in Spain than to score in Saudi. That's a Saudi we shall go them papa now we shall go Saudi Arabia me patcho them Panama Spain go share for some materia abete.
But goals are the ultimate answer to any criticism, aren't they? I mean, if you're a striker, if you just keep scoring at the rate you score, and like I said, they can look at the Saudi league and say it's not as good.
Excuses.
But actually, look at Portugal. Is what I say. Look at your record for Portugal. It recently has been off the charts.
Excuses.
Yeah.
Excuses. It's the most simple way for everything. Excuses. Year by year, I scored more. Even in a bad year, I scored 25 goals. If I play in Premier League now, in the top team, I will score the same.
For the last
Ronaldo ono kwano no wacheche nsem pimo waso wo shago Spain na F papa na wo shago Saudi dem papa na owie ne abuzan se na World Cup no obepesa obeje waso ono so age World Cup ensesa ne din say the best in the football history wanja ensesa ne din na ono no kra wakan nsem pia for World Cup.
By the way, do you accept that you're only here because of me in that interview?
Probably.
So, given you're now a billionaire, and you made probably half of it here.
I wasn't.
Where's my cut? Where's my commission?
Yeah.
You're on the verge of what would be a truly, even by your standards, incredible achievement. 1,000 goals. No one's ever come close to this. Is there a scenario in your head, given the timing, that you quietly in your back?
Really? Yes. To win the World Cup, none will change my name in Minister of Football. I'm not gonna lie. One thing that I'm sure, that I'm enjoy the moment, and I learn by the time that the moment is the most important thing that we have. We are.
Ronaldo no so no enye dream ne say obe win World Cup no na winning the World Cup plan ensesa hwe enya fe no petrol ne din so the best already football no the greatest of all time. Ronaldo no enye bulan say yenya footballer bi ne friend David Beckham no we attractive power of football na among for worship no na Ronaldo ye busa woni David Beckham one more attractive. Ronaldo say now question penny me more attractive I say David Beckham.
It's the most attention.
Not famous?
Not famous, just your body.
Me. 100%.
I knew it. I knew you.
Come on, Pierce.
I agree with you.
You agree.
I'm just trying to tease it out of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't need that, but imagine. Let's imagine something.
No one's looking at Beckham, is it?
Come on. Come on. You know that.
He knows
His
that.
face is beautiful. Yeah, and some face.
The rest is
normal. Like, it's normal. I'm not normal. I'm perfecto.
Also, he has too many tattoos, doesn't he? Don't you think?
I don't know.
Do you think he should have that surgery?
He has tattoos. I think
he's covered in tattoos.
Yeah, tattoos.
Absolutely covered in them.
Well, but he's looking good. He's a guy that.
Ronaldo, the interview ni de endorse wa na mami Diogo Jota de no na was say we attractive see David Beckham na you busan say adai na Diogo Jota ni won wa ma na e company afa so te ho na Ronaldo kire mu say na o gym and onya information say Diogo Jota wu na osum papa and you busan say na adai na ye no ama was say the last time we cross here I brand papa wu ye since then one call cemetery da and watch no be on him say baby Ronaldo peko bia no ne sente no eji baby camera sin attention e ba no so say o kwa ye na ye ono no bia e be capture no Ronaldo on Diogo Jota.
I was with Gio alone in our period of rest. I was there in the gym in the morning with Gio. I didn't believe when they sent me messages. I'm crying a lot. Gio can confirm that. I don't. was very, very difficult moments for the country, for families, for friends, for teammates. Devastating. Very, very, very sad news.
You didn't attend his funeral, and your sister responded to people who were sort of raising questions by saying on social media that you just didn't want to turn the whole thing into an unnecessary circus with too much attention on you. Is that really what you were thinking?
Two things. People criticize me a lot. As I say, I don't care about that, because when you feel your conscience is good, free, you don't have to be worried about what the people say. But one of the things I don't do, it's after my father died, I've never been in a cemetery again. And second, as you say, and you mentioned good, and you know me, and you know my reputation, wherever I go is a circus, you know. I don't go also.
Ronaldo Ojinudi Bruta. Na yubusan sentisi ujiri se obi e famous asenwana na Ronaldo answer yentie.
Famous people on the planet, right? You're the most followed person on Instagram. He is the most famous probably human being.
We will do a debate for the world. Who is the most famous, me or
Donald Trump?
President Donald Trump.
What do you think?
In the world.
What do you think?
Me.
Really? Well, you've got more followers on Instagram. You've got more followers than anybody.
I think worldwide, even in that small island, and they know me more than him.
Really?
Yes.
That's a fascinating debate. You think you'd win that?
Yes.
You probably would. You probably would.
I think in the world,
Anu ya Ronaldo no na waso no asasi so pianu wa we famous wajide ase wono Ronaldo na Donald Trump mpono we famous ase no na Ronaldo kasa ba Donald Trump mama me Mr Trump image ni feeling kakra na Ronaldo say o person sha Donald Trump. I want to meet Donald Trump no I am sama Ronaldo adia tuka ye chechamo aso adama mo dwumade ni umsan say at the age of 40 so Bobo na was it when LeBron James on the same age so NBA now so LeBron James on Ronaldo or me na pampa mu ho as LeBron James and was sere kakra and no at there by church am breaking it down at time mintin same na menya Senegal almost squad aba for November international break Elman Ndiaye Sharif Ndiaye Nicholas Jackson Ibrahim Mbaye, Habib Diallo, Sheikh Sabale, Ena Asani Diao, Omo Ena Papi Chow, and Momutuamapa for Senegal, a game of Bagan Brazil, any Kenya, and one first squad way. Now, Opakano Pano, maybe breaking it down, so 2 players, Bakwe Ibrahim. Ibrahim Mbaye, France for no person or Baltimore Womo. Now, we saw about Senegal. Now, by no Wafreno said no permitted to a name. Say Ibrahim Mbaye, a squad against a Brazil Bafreno, me patch from by now, Unya by major, Nuna Dassono, and what you do a Chelsea player, or Polo de Strasbourg, and no as your boy now, Mama Tusa, on so Papa, Ampa. Or my friend, or the bad drummer, Biaswa Yakama, now Uraman Patron Senegal, almost Omunyamu Kodabi, your friend Robino Vaz, or just 18 years, Nasa Robino Evas, no, Omguso Mutin Como, Omo Prasa Quadanaba, Omnia Quadana family, Adim Como Bia, Omupa Fano of the Podjama Senegal, National Team Biaswa Yakama, the Romo Germany, Nagansman, as well in a squad at the bar, na Uraman Patron Sempi. And the one squad, a goalkeeper, Noah Atubolo, Oliver Bowman, Finn Darman, Alexander Noble, Oko defenders, Vladimir Anton, Redel Baku, and Nathaniel Brown, Joshua Kemek, Felix Macha, Alexander Pavlovich, David Ram, Nicola Ananse Nikos Klotabek, Jonathan Ta, Malik Chow, Oko Metfordesa, what the Karim Adeyemi. Sasuna Boyna, your friend Nadem Amiri, and Jonathan Bucket, and Said El Mala, and a set no billion Koreska, what did by Jamie Lawellen, and a Leroy Sane, and a Banya friend Kevin Scott, and a foreign vet, Nick Fortamante, Omunawa from Somomra, and a Patron Piasso and Yakama, not Mamia Quatana, just 19 years from a fellow, and yes, Said El Mala, a Quatawe for the first time, a friend Julian, Nagasman, at my friend personally, Oberpajma Jama, the diamond shaft of A Germany, a Quatawe, a Quadabia Dortmund, and Bamunchin, Omuna Somo Panel, Namami Didier, Deschamps, a brat Nifido, one squad, at the Ama France, 24 players, and a Deschamps and Nemo Omyenti.
France-Ukraine et Azerbaïdjan, France. Gardien de but, Lucas Chevalier, Mike Maignan, Brice Samba. Défenseur, Lucas Digne, Malo Gusto, Lucas Hernandez, Théo Hernandez, Ibrahima Konaté, Jules Koundé, William Saliba, Dayo Upamecano. Milieu de terrain, Eduardo Camavinga, N'Golo Kanté, Manu Koné, Michael Olise, Warren Zahir Emery. Attaquant.
No, Deschamps, the squad na onemu ni ne upem FFF French Football Federation omo headquarters auditorium ho and na wotena ya wode identify omo games on purpose a 2 World Cup qualifying games omo against Ukraine no more Azerbaijan na ukopem amamintisu amfama Lucas Chevalier and Brice Samba, Mike Maignan omo ya 3 goalkeepers Ukwa defenders Lucas Digne, Lucas Hernandez, Ibrahima Konate, William Saliba, Malo Gusto, Theo Hernandez, Jules Koundé, Dayo Upamecano, Okwame Fodesa, Eduardo Camavinga, Manu Koné, Warren Zahir Emery, N'Golo Kanté, Michael Olise, Okwanimwa, Madresa Luche, Ryan Sariki, Randall Colomwani, Kylian Mbappe, Bradley Bacola, Hugo Ekitike, Jean-Philippe Mateta, and a Christopher Nkunku, Omo Anwatonsa, at the Afro Trasibia, Epetumaya Kama, now Roman Patron Mami the absentees, Omo Bra, and to Entoman Tianko, and Omo Soyam Frewomo, Uchomsa Osman Dembele, on Webra, Desiree Dwe, Webra, Chuamini Webra, Adra Rabi Webra, Marcus Turam Webra, Omo one from the Florent Toven. Quarantine Toliso, Boubacar Kamara, Jonathan Claus, Alfonso Ariola, Kefren Turam, MON-FRI womo, and no Adebaye Jamano Pai, me breaking the dancer Randall Colomwani, Ryan Sariki, Baba Baka, me Biaswa Yakama, Emma say blow any guarantee, Assom Pepampama, maybe Spain, Jesse, PM, Aswa walk up now we A plasma Spain, national team with Adidas, yet me patro, Kita, Tipe Roma walk up, Kama. Video ni Pabon Sampa, plasma Spain national team, just no, just no, and the Adidas, Keto Maye, Adama Spain, Opeka, Nanwata, break Algeria, Mexico, Argentina, Germany, also a dead tomorrow, a Braditas said the pie, and then Adidas for a Spain for Diano, and a Tapamasua, ye Jama breaking it down. I'm a black Kamadano. Ejadiachire adenefe masa adene enkansuo utmisa senteno ashita senteno bebe ha eni Spain diano no mami Thomas Tuchel me nyina so Roma boy friend Jude Bellingham Jude Mujata dem say China na England Thomas Tuchel Petman name no squad omude papa bia kama the maintenance Thomas Tuchel at the squad ne ba na se boy na your friend Jude Bellingham obetum de na ka squad no ho am a ben Cameron John Stones akasa was a boy never for 410 akoda we form no said the was my temperature no amati paye pa and Chelsea Thomas Tuchel so
and it's a privileged place to be. We all have got to fight to be there and earn the shirt. And I think without a doubt he's given him a headache, a good headache.
Amanity paye pa one friend na enye ye akwada no form no ye na mami Mo Salah say nyame pa oba be showdown talks adaya woni Egypt national team boss Hossam Hassan Ebesha Tinkomo next week na sam komo ne papa so ebusa Saturday was on pesa sa club versus country sa me pacho bruha no pasia ba pm ni na African Cup of Nations sebetoga nyame pa December na bibia ebe kam no say ni na say ebesha say abo friendly games papa be December 8 ni na say the Pharaohs prepare for Nigeria Cairo Stadium ahead of the AFCON na Roma December no sa December corner sa time no na Liverpool Champions League against Inter Milan away no more Premier League against Brighton as home na Liverpool per se so 2 games from Paul and San European Roma Pharaohs camper wakọ na Roma say boy friend Salah as person about 2 games no Edema Liverpool friend and form neighbor na Egypt force derby also about warm up 8 games no Edema to no panibeshia no ma din komo sereba sa no ma no na etubetwa mame Frank Zambo and Giza Napoli player no Roma Serie A no enenya me patcho best player of the month of October was Serie A no enu Zambo and Giza no edeba mi chamo no mame gen one for video omude aya announcement said Daniele De Rossi and omude adwuma na ma no after some pomo Patrick Vieira adwuma no omude mo panyiwe na madika de do to na ma from Monday me babia me tumu nkyere me banma tumu chan ma dade akire said na kama ni body sika no and official announcement no aswanya ba said De Rossi and adwuma no omude amana and one squad no playing body no anya hia aso for mo didi nkomo am a back kama and a media presentation in na report too our Italy time and omutimi ye am a braso ye kama na Roma me patcho Fiorentina eso apamom coach and omo permanent jadame say Paulo Vanoli eye me patcho pioneer very viola ono no mpeso omo de adwuma na ma no na diamete say akafana details na omo de adwuma na mo pioneer fe no eye Vanoli na obapa ye adwuma na bia ye kama na Dusan Vlahovic Juve for some ne kasa omo peso we extend contract etima wo omo payment 8 million euros per year pasa sika wajin currently 12 million euros no so ebete na ababe 8 na buy no atwa so me buy kama na Weston McKennie Luciano Spalletti akacha Juve mpanyi for sakoda no ne flexibility nti omo extend man no na akoda no ntwa so na omo adwuma me bia so enya kama eno edeba copy man no ono so oxygen no nya opeko West Ham for amani guarantee say oba start this United for Egitum enya sa omo mane nko na Ruben Amorim din sempia tudwa na yente nsama Ruben Amorim aka yente kaka.
You touched on your side and changes. I just wondered how different you think your team is now to the one that lined up in the Europa League final.
First of all, the characteristics of the players. We have different characteristics in our team, but we also have a lot of players that play last year. So we are a better team. We play better. We understand the game better. I think we are more confident. We reached that final confident that we could win because we were doing well in Europe. But in this moment, we play with a different confidence. We manage better the moments of the game.
And you're Rupin Amorim say United team no this season better as in last season. Now Raheem Sterling Asamatono, Nina San fashion business no collapse after so far huge losses. Now yes Roma ne 1692 clothing brand Nina San so much striking off and no air summer by a demamo. Now Odoy and we are Callum Watson Odoy it was the best front three our award right now air him for Yente Edia Odoy Eboboy Edemaye.
Let's go left. Who's on the left?
Oh, you know, I'm gonna give props to my boy Antoine Semenyo, killing this.
I can't lie,
brother.
Semenyo, yeah.
That's
you put him in your fantasy football right now,
brother. He's killing it, bro.
Who's on the right?
Lamine Yamal. What he's doing is a madness, bro.
Special, isn't it?
It's a madness, bro.
Up top.
Do you know what? I'm gonna have a rotation of 2 people on the right, though. I'm changing.
Are we allowed to do that?
Or we're just making the front 3? Alright, cool.
No. I'll allow you. Rotation. Tell me.
Ousmane Dembele. He's a Ballon d'Or winner. You cannot put him in the...
Dembele, Lamine Yamal. Semenyo and the best from 3 we are say. Now Athletic Bilbao team no arrival. Omanya Abedru Bilbao after Newcastle Equachomo Bow Omono. Omosomo Ebe prepare for next Sunday. Set a bear game at Dominim against Real Oviedo. A bear Kamadamo. Now Uroma and Nemi Pacho team my friend Barcelona. Omosiam Famao. Ese Nyamipa Fana touches on Spotify campaign. Ombe open session. Team no ebe train or campaign. On the best test, ni probably 23,000. Realm, no matter me biasa come no pa. Yet my supporters in the bus no. A jatom na supporter na. Yasina sa firecracker no crown no. Openo or matchino. We investigation. Yasino a club executive member. And an time so free and the obe me patro supporters no. One Roma me biaso eye kama. Na Lamine Yamal this season. Yasu Roma so far the game sa wabo. Bia one shogwa ya just again PSG and opponent to Real Madrid and also went to me Amo. Now Yamal so far yes we Richie 80 goals and assists, 36 goals, 44 assists, and the Madrid training in your bar so resume and run a day off. Now training no a banner chuamini so epra into games more chuamini to me more na Jamaican Valverde there. Kwaya scan almost why a fitter or bet me about Nyamepa weekend way. I'm a biaswa to my kama and no add the dawa ye jamo. Not ya breaking it down Jamal. Na me pacho boy na your friend Vinny Jr. And one of the first player Romo ever do bus. Or no the first player of free or coye or corrupt with Gapa. We can mass and so muna too much. Na Demitiwie a Zofa Champions League a player of the week. Omotima full 4-10 or no ena omote emano na omoto abansena kwa no enya 1 ena Victor Osimhen eda second ena Carlos Forbes eda third na Mikel Merino eso eda fourth eno ede 10 nyina so na ensama odo ebobo no ena wiai e wo Fakye TV so breaking it down attaching it down and knocking it down ejejamu yompon yemfansia na international Abu Dhabi eni team mfa de akanya ento aso emamo.
All right, so I can see a quick phone. Also, Royal Age, the Akasoba, and Bobby Robo Ghana, and I can't tourism authority. I'm all Queen so more, Queen so more than Kofo, able to Queen Aqua, Omaqua with Malabiti, and the Royal Age for Apomodia, over each year to buy a sober reality, a major construction company or more average man or more Queen, so more and my price reform and my mirror, Jumaya, my mama was you know, also on your one call. Who paid 97 from to more call, each more what they buy the amount of the every remote, any other very not your Romana, and I hope you hear plenty of it. Not free that after some of your masses here.
Chile for oh pole no wa chile no kaye mo ye
ene ejuma ko ba kwa the Ghana Tourism Authority no amo makwenya so mo akwenya zo mo Ghana for dodo na be free crew amade o makwa kwa ko rama mama so akwa ko bo ejuma won se ne oro de chemo Dubai and Patama United Arab Emirates ene your major construction company bia omo din no ye from Sober Reality omo ne omo aka bo ma ye penipa 500 a ejuma ameba be bobo so you know Omekwa Ramu Dubai, Scani Baby, Senator, Repe Carpenters, Plumbers, Electrician, Welders, NRCG Welders, and Afino, your scaffolders, and AC Technician, and a steel fixer, foreman, your Palmino Fabricator Stylist, pub fitters, and Afino, it is insulators, and Afino, painters, a woodwarner, and a waterproofing technician, and helpers are. In here, the mobile Akakurama Bridge, mana, the Etienne. Yes, sikane idea e wo show papa bosome de obegine idea wo show na advantages ne benefit a ozo bomode enya ne ade no say na siete ere yeze ye wo competitive area ebeboa na ama oso sika sem no ne amakoye kama pa etimi area ama mo bibi abeda no ye bre area etimi area ama na ne transportation sense no company no abomode etimi afa na aboa ama ne amakoye kama so no etimi area ama no so echi no yeze free medical insurance be remedy ama and akweduana be di 2 years visa ye de be ma wa eye work permit visa no e betimi renew etimi area ama na okwa jumaku na be fa no visa no any ticket no nyina no ye provide etimi area amount de tiare yeze kakra bi na abetwa na yere wakwa ramo na ombawo mode aye interview atoto ano nti okwa ejuma wo ye no waye bi da na wo hu CV a offer passport na de no so no etimi aka o is so automatically mo amobeko for interview no na jezo so yere obeko akokura no abu ejuma no tupo mo akra doko and abehu omo fa number no 0256 450602 450602 na 020-130-9494 020-130-9494 na le on the WhatsApp line on person yo mokasa 0553 74 3479 0553 74 3479 on tibi asia eno ye WhatsApp line a obobode na oni omo edin komo ne aboa amane amade da ye pa etimi edi ama kama na ntutu no enso adeda ye so no etimi edi ama ona yento aso na yemko edim asidade bi so nko Emfama Dank Nature Healthcare Complex yaka zeya ya oton ya ena anya anwedu na de etiere se dank pay vozebra bra be wura maso ene be boa na so no wenya hoden pa ene enamu ya no omo le bomode etu anamo etu ase doku mansu nya hoden ezanzo omo no ebe no omo ye special pa one no omo zo yoba ewa odwonso brebo se waso yo hene wadua mana yekro eno nanso ama wo kra wo pe no unye bi wo ye brema so a obo ejuma ba bi aba ya na ade bi egugugu ade no ko na ko ye ncheke o omo machine se ade be do so entra be bi mfa nza nche odemi fam zebe ya ye we na ye me na ye we me pa cho da bi yes se obo mo na omo machine se be ye pie ni ama ndru a ono menye susanso bi awo so na so no we jaw na so amane makoye di ama no echi no atidi se ne osa wo so ya ye bi anu Romo Dank Nature Healthcare Complex a ye be abo trade pechi number 2 Fadok number no na ka how channel obre no waso anu di ama 0244 017556 0244 017556 na 0266 593 330 0266 593 330 Dank ana ahuntofi omadaroma na jazere ni nkomo akra na nema end the year friend farmer special dia aboko there
alhamdulillah ami adma ho de ho so ho ye
benso me ho ye pa
sedai na media ya ba etim kasa ide ya
mate yewro me na ye ni nko do luta de nsema odo na etimi aba ne ade a ba Cristiano Ronaldo de the confidence in tina ball no aba do sa level we do all nsemi bo no kan bitimi he ni din am say hey we are be ponche de chapa yanko anim na nze this time nimbre
yanko yebedi nkomo yan charge for me gidi so obi ahoye and Champions League matches ni be ba so but I think that score lines are near expect to see be hu Buffos share Villarreal or back for the first time ever against an English opposition ultimi enyagu edieti omo draw with Chelsea tells you that modern bonus so any and then Benfica Jose Mourinho is it Michama Amesa Danasa I say ope planetary job you know ya national team you know kwakoji coach ya onkoji coach probably will look at that one na ya sure ho asemaka and then other games kuko so Barcelona Club Brugge for the first Anthony Taylor ABOU mama omenya draw the ATL but I think Barcelona manager friend Hans Flick needs a lot to do. My TNE post match in Koma Woody in Sama or Cancer or no and found the Ubi Abeka high line. He will still stick to that. We can talk about changing everything, but I'm not the kind of coach to do that. We want to play through Barca DNA. I do not want to sit deep and win 1-0 on a counter attack. 3-3 isn't the ideal result, but we came back after every goal. This is manager, my friend, say Hans Flick talking after the game. Now, mom teams I don't know. This is Hans Flick talking after the game and clearly tells you say, Papa no who mistake now or yeah, but on yeah now they say the American obeti. He will go and work on and yeah more beya obeti media coming back. He will try and work to get to stage Barca and consider but changing the system. And the style of play in the on here. I gave one picture, so but when you see the high line consistently, that is how Barcelona have been playing. And this season, almost team beyond the Barca will be I try to beat Barcelona's high line. Will be working on that EBN in a result. Typical example is how they were able to outsmart Barca's high line and got 4 goals past Barcelona. Yesterday, Club Brugge did the same thing, got 3 goals past them, even 4. As a matter of fact, I'm not a referee, but baby, I'm a T. And the replay, I hold one match shot. I still want somebody to convince me the Anthony Taylor and the VAR. So our last ball now, Club Brugge for the essay. I'm going to ball and say offside. Sorry, a foul. I think that so we see me Dian. Even if there was a contact, it was a session room and a call contact. But referees not call because said they be I can of as a pram and co with that. So I'll give the benefit of the doubt to them. But in the game, me interest quite any resource. Me interest and said that Hans Flick, I think that he is the man who is capable of changing things around for Barcelona. I still believe because BNC at the Bonnie BNC, he can turn things around for club and friends in Barcelona. Barca need to be patient. They just need to make sure say Sikasam number balance going into next season. He might need 1 or 2 players in the setup now. And aside that, I think that he's still the perfect man for Barcelona. Or Ekweku, they catch him attention. Any me interest and person me can was him. The boy la me yama. The post match. Kweku this season 10 games, 5 goals, 5 assists. Upon Prana where Prakwaba is la me yama pra and never be Kweku. The numbers keeps increasing. And then once again, Osanya go. Not only did he score, he was rated 8.7 with a yellow card, but the money bonus was 8.7. And Lami Yama in the game a course so and clearly tells you say the money was any else at your bonus. Now listen to him after the game. When I sent your phone need him come on here say, who you not parking so I will now away fans who you. And yeah, there's been instances how parks now good game and I support is a who. Now, so what is and how do you deal with it? This boy, I think we need to study him. He's 18 by age, but I've said it here, and I'll repeat over and over. The maturity level of Lami Yama, I am not so surprised. His decisions in game, how he's able to manage and conjure magic. One simple pass and all football take it on place, like the goal he scored yesterday. Individual brilliance. After match, and I don't say a messy like goal, so Sadamo. Mama mom comparing to Messi because Messi are way over and over and over. Fan was about but when he was responding to supporters at Omuhu, listen to what he said. If the rival fans boo me, it's because they know I'm an important player on the field. If I were another player, they wouldn't boo me. This is the simplest way to answer anybody. me catch the be say Sheikh Mufti Menk e won answer me otaka. People who talk about others don't have anything to present themselves. Let me repeat that again. People who talk about others don't have anything to present themselves. This is a favorite quote from Sheikh Mufti Menk. Obi abon se na ni abro o so onam odi obi hu konkonsan all can sem fa. Personally, say anyone only anything to present himself. On that more bra papa bia only achievement be amount from value no. They always want to find a way to talk about people to create something for himself. That is what people do. Lami Yama say oye ordinary player or you be a keka onya dia. But what to say yakwa kobo player onya dia utim obi ahuru no.
Ebinsi.
Yebe huru yebe kan nsem dia kire because you are important. And this oba park so na mu dinner tem huru no e kan nsem it tells him say he is an important player. And what do important players do? Important players decide games. Important players win games for their club. Important players win trophies. Exactly what the concentration and the focus was. And I think that is the best way I could animate him. They are motivating. He's come under a lot of criticism. He's come under a lot of scrutiny. And if we're just our mental toughness, no, I'm walking and say, look, the amount for Kenny, because I am Lami Yama. I don't think Tama Lami and then I'm a Chiho baby. Now on PM or Bassa proper on born Andrew this stage. That will be kind of awesome. They are talking about him because or yeah, baby. So let them talk. Allow them. Let them say whatever that they want to say. But let me do the job on the field. Say me to me yeah, Jumano or park in this one. The American, the enemies will come and support. Coach Vidi is Isco United Eba Kuma. Eba ball against us and take on the time and I got the combo configuration. Okay, the year. Coach the friend George Lwandamina. The nickname the chicken. On the cast him say over park so now who and semene near ma and kofo area supporters area. Also football fans, omo te se sebi ahyawufo. The entire of football fans omo te se ahyawufo ne say. Ahyawo ni no, enei se wo kwaku DIABY e na osika 100 Ghana, e na obeba wa ochina. Kwaku virus command 200 Ghana, obejai dia wo yema na ndra na ba wo. Enti anytime bia no, put something in your hand. Football fans will love you. Omo te se sebi ahyawufo ma. So wo ya de a omedi wachi. Enti di omo can let them say we group park and so I the ball home so modern was so any our fault. So those people who were criticizing you yesterday, the same people will rally behind you, they will praise you, they will say a lot about you. And exactly a Juma reference Lami Yama Ayo Park. And I think that we could say about the mental toughness in any young boy, any young footballer listening or watching us, get Lami Yama's mentality. Do not let the outside noise distract you. Our park and so. The echoes of the pitch, let it stay off the pitch. But over Drew Park and so do the right job. The quick it leads me to the next assembly. Now, and then I'm on personalities. Ronaldo and then Piers Morgan and come on now, Omedino. The first one I'm releasing about 2 or 3 days ago. We are young footballer, O'Shea. Opese, Paul, no Bonao Bonia. Forget of the commentary sending Yemen and now. There are some people how I can it's about on only personal way and you are not there and on your level. But go to first one, 39 minutes. What there's a wouldn't mean here forward the now for minute 26 in the Ronaldo Piers Morgan interview. Forward the first one no post to minute 26. Pause at minute 26. Listen to minute 26, copy minute 29 to help you get what I'm trying to see. Start from minute 25. What led to that? Now Ronaldo say, or no, or Ronaldo because the life in India is football. Team A training 1 hour, team A training 2 hours, but Ronaldo trains 24 hours. And him say, "What an awesome nasia." Yeah, coach training. That's something what a training. How to folk narco training. Adriana Stars. VC Warriors, Mysterious Ebusian Doors, and narco training. Say you are not training session. I travel to 2 hours, we are done. And numerate 2 hours, we are done. But Cristiano Ronaldo trains 24 hours. What does that mean? What it means is that team training alone cannot make you a great footballer. Collectively, your team cannot make you a great footballer. What can make you a great footballer is that after the team training, before the team training, you do personal training. You put extra work in the personal training more than the team training because a team sport and they are called training grounds. Players are away a team. I'm here 25. I'm here 30. Coaches now or manage team ko come here do saying. They cannot get time for each and every person. I was into a collective training but here we are. Get time for yourself. Train your own self. Say this is the sport I've picked. This is a juma I'm choosing the amame. And no na me person me. And to build upon that and make sure say your entire life until you retire from whatever you are doing, put extra energy in your craft. Not only footballers and our sports for one and here come but you may be a we there until some of Jai said me and I be retirement. Put extra effort. The that training alone is not enough. You need to add personal training skill to ability before you can get to the top. The last time we were saying to get to the top is not a problem. But to maintain or to sustain there is a problem. No? I know Kweku Barras will come and talk about Leo Messi and common, but let me just chip this in. Ronaldo Nasem now working. I am just trying to build something and tell young footballers. But what did Leo Messi say? Or say sacrifice, Mebuana. But who's an opposed to our timeline? Leo Messi in his interview also is telling us say, why Messi because Fanyamin Shira and Tonche, Yamia Shirano. Adom and Amana Drew be a word. But Kweku, he needed to sacrifice. Or the need to Yamin Shira and Kwanswa and Kenyi, Kweku yet everybody here, and it will be a warfare. Yaminche Ubia Adomache. Yeah. Sadie, Mihailo Mudrik, in the third 2 now, what you're going to call talent alone is not enough. Adomache the end of but Sadie, Leo Messi, Ronaldo is telling us, say, train 24 hours. Add extra work to the coaches and the amount. Leo Messi is also telling us, say, you need to sacrifice. Kweku Barras, in his listening and grow, will tell you, say, and Sasa Wotana ha, na and then we are comfortable, ha, unya de upe edi, you're okay with that. Sacrifice this space. Go to maybe a combat. It will bring the best out of you. Go to where people will challenge you. Not where you are comfortable. They are two away no be ebo abaso with the say. That alone will not help you. You need to move out of your comfort zone. Strive harder to be able to get to the top. These are the two greatest players advising us. I know people will take trace of Ronaldo and Messi as well. Ronaldo can say, with the Portugal, Eddie walk up and why be because go Argentina, Jimmy, you know, before Messi, Banti, over Jibia. I've said that over and over. So I'll not go that time. But I think that the message in that interview, hear me, for whoever is watching us, especially the young footballers, minute 26, a copy minute 29. And then Messi's own, he's telling us that we should sacrifice. If you want to get to the top, do a lot of sacrificial job. And I think that it is going to help you. I'm done.
I'll tell you that simple go. Rabe, na yeko yeniya the name be on the mefa.
Kweku Hansi Flake dinin komo kase. The Basa DNA obebo Basa ball no na wahwe. Na chire hono. Why and senior osi yen na Kweku. Enya sure say na Basa ball 9 consecutive games. Considering the last 9 games at Barcelona winning na Barca conceded. And it's not something that Barcelona for no pay. And if OBB is away, yeah, so team share now this judgment because at a point in time, Pep Guardiola needed to tweak the system to accommodate a lot of things and football. Even in the whole Pep Guardiola needed to do that. I think so on also where now to me be the farm because the way and how Barcelona is conceding goals. The last time Barcelona kept a clean sheet was way back 21st September 2025. And Barca keep a clean sheet. That was against Getafe. No, share Getafe 3-0. Since then, Barca conceding goals to Sa no Modeba. Real Viedo, conceding Baco. Real Sada, conceding Baco. Paris Saint-Germain, Sevilla 4. Luna 1. Olympiacos 1, Real Madrid 2, Elche 1, Club Brugge 3. Dabi, if this is the Barca system and the Barca DNA, it should accommodate Barca system well enough to prevent them from conceding goals or conceding sa. If see ya che, say Barca conceding goals at so in their 9 consecutive games na che. So if a Barca DNA, a Barca system na no person oba, so Danny no man because Uhe dina he basa team na. The leader at the back and no team organizing your year for that high line. On na uhianti omoton. No what they say.
Inigo Martinez.
Uhianti omoton na man koy. Omoton na man koy no. The leaders at the back near limited into side and yard or chire. And it will interest you to know that last season now you who players turning a new leaf no. Some players now players and others are for some time. Rafinha they wanted to sell him. Martinez they wanted to sell him. No buy on bed than no man this. Only what in they lack leadership. And this is a team that they've watched the leadership of a year prior. Came over from Kakra Masharon did the Kakra and now the lacks are anywhere. And I think that he needs to change. Send a team next year, you know. Ultimately, for two defenders, ni goalkeeper, ni because no. Number 2, number 3, number 4, and as a centre backs, ni no plus the goalkeeper. Ma majuma. Because all show more ratings now. It should tell you so mono or ma majuma. Ma me and ra our parking so. But chunk of it, ebe ya branching I know you know moving. Pedro, you know, you see control games. And you know many edge, you know, they won. But possession, that is to tell you, they will need team anymore. You say Basa air so far. And team Bia, if one of your big and the most informed make for that will film for Mbobia, definitely you are going to suffer. And you been about saying, you know, but I think they're not the end of the day. It was Hansi Flick's own decision to still push the high line and call. And I don't know. DIABY team and I said they won the team at Debbie out of us or yes, I didn't see a go corner. Now, so players in now couldn't come back one as elementary mistake people don't do. Or so or Basa DNA, but there's no Basa's DNA. So the earlier was a sign of man, the better. Yes, I caused Basa a lot of times. Basa against Inter Milan at the point in time, Basa was leading still. Basa wanted to play the high line. The Kofa issued by. We talked about Pep Guardiola not knowing how to manage games well. He came to the Premier League and now we're done with that with distinction. And it's helping Pep Guardiola. If a whole Pep Guardiola, currently as we speak, he's the benchmark of coaching. If he's doing that, managing games and trying to change things to suit the Premier League, I think that a DNA, a system, but in the match, if it requires a change, you need to change it. I think that would be the thing about Team Barcelona. The only thing about how to make sure that the high line is being measured. Is being taken care of because teams have found a way to go past that high line and they are scoring goals against them. Last season, you can say teams now offside at Tiabas, I don't know say near the but currently as you speak, offside they score goals. So you need to change things. That would be the best in the team. Last season, I enjoyed the Champions League from an African perspective because an African brother was giving us the goals. And today, early days yet. But still, I'm also enjoying the Champions League from African's perspective because Victor Osimhen is leading the goal king chart. It's early days yet, but said your football, team you celebrate, and I'm also celebrating him currently as he is the top scorer and so our Champions League. 6 goals now, currently as we speak, we have informed strikers. We talk of Hurricane. One of the most informed strikers we have Harry Kane. Kylian Mbappe, Lutin Sami is flying. Erling Haaland hard game in the Premier League and even in the Champions League. So all of these strikers, our Champions League playing. Now a certain Nigerian brother, Victor Osimhen, in the leading goalkeeper chat, I need to celebrate. And I'm happy for him. Sometimes you need to let people know how important you are and how good you are. This is a player that many of the European teams know. I don't know if a age, I don't know if say a CK or whatever. But you could see that he is a player that he is too good for the Turkish league. But he went there. So for him to have come out of the Turkish league and flying where the champions are playing, is something that he managed. Now he's telling teams, he's letting everybody know that he is that good. That performance he gave Napoli, that performance he gave Galatasaray last season, wasn't the fluke. And he's continuing from there. And I think there is a good one. Yesterday, I posted on my Facebook, yes, he can't hear because I didn't say goes, what should my team be? And I think now I'm for leading cover. I mean, I'm nimble be a massive and 8 million because if you have Victor when you bring a Hurricane, you bring Mbappe mo or the Haaland mo ba. The only thing that will make me a car untimi fanem to two mo because of leagues or matches no more. If not for that, yes, yeah, performance wise, based on performance. But you will put a bunch of men there. I came quite at home when it comes to trophies. I had because we JCR with Napoli. Bomb. But I fell in Haaland more Premier League no matches. Will be the only difference. He'll be a bit differentiating or many men. He's an elite striker, and he's doing that for Team FNA Gala. And I think we deserve whatever is coming his way and whatever he's doing. I think him one about so, and I want to see him fly. Now almost our performance now. Ordinary side my Team FNA Galatasaray. Kwaku the biarada. I say we make her. We a Ghana player, we a Ghana coach. I say UT now here. But talent in Kwano can't get you to the level where you want to get. Kwaku and Ra Estivao she go to my Chelsea.
Yeah.
He won the man of the match, Kwaku. He is somebody that Obi Biara around him. Obi Biara Unimno. They've decided to project the guy Kwaku. Because games that he's not even starting for Chelsea to that flyer so. Or Brazil or Bobo no a man of the match. Or but Chelsea Bobo no a man of the match Kwaku. The PR mechanism of these players will always get them to the top. I'm not saying they will need talent. I'm not saying it's Onimbo Onimbo. Onimbo Onimbo. Any Madumani yet to a certain stage. But when it comes to Champions League, when it comes to European football, we are yet to see the best of Estivao. But we are yet to see the best of Estivao. He's won one of the match awards, which of course, to some extent, he can but Biabe now Estivao. Estivao. And it's all because the teams are no more, teams are no more, Liga, Obo, not all man of the match. That is to project him to a level that will be able to this is a player that we said he is going to be that person and truly he's living in the dream. So Wagu, if you're a person, sit down as a coach. Yet one thing that Amayon footballers are more brepani. Omunya Sikana Monkwan Lady. That is the more reason why they are suffering. Kwaku, yes, Omunya Sikana Monkwan Lady. And then the news of Barbontin talking about Frederick Asari and Okoen Unyabina. But that is not the case. Case now because of one or two reasons I can't show it out. But I'll show you so PR is something that you can't do away with it. Yeah. But Ghana new player what call study maybe away with you camera capture na and is highlight what they are saying no I want blue tick to say the assay. Or no yell fever be to say Abia when I would be behind our way. But these things are the things that a project nipa and a money pa new here. We talk about Ghana and the room see a man of the match awards. Sometimes sad is over just yet and you go to extreme. Yeah. Because me say there are games that match up Estivao was not the man of the match. But because of little impact he had and the small push he needed for people to push him. He had the man of the match award. And I think that it's something the ASU will be here. He didn't come the far ball and we need to learn one or two things from it. And one thing that a branch of an Estivao watching here said, your PR should be one of the backbones of your players. Even the teams, it should be something that you do and you do it with everything that you got. And the earlier they start to think of it, the better. More Ghana, the ball against quarterbacks are there as one. More behind blasters. He's not even close to under 20, under 25. He's 24 years. I've heard some of the commentaries. Who types maybe near there.
They are the performance.
Performance.
I'm not on who but previous my exam I heard not a very good part. That was shit good crab. Some first Champions League game.
I'm not talking about the Champions League ball and run. Now I'm talking about a general output. It's too early to be talking about him for the Blasters. You see, gradually, we are heading towards a place where the Blasters is on it needs that will be able to walk into a see market who can talking the one I'm talking.
But say if the players do very well, disabled. No.
Don't give me you.
Unzi or tournament be or na player be that competition na player na or bono bonia it deserve a call up. Be the Champions League. Actually, be anyone.
Me know ya.
Say your Ghana, even Champions League was your Ghana players back 6 woman. Abi, again, Munyam Shamayu. We saw Edmonado, skillful. And I Edmonado, skillful. I know bar against Real Madrid, Shayu Tires. Any who know. And I know Pierre Canasen. I die no remember the first game. Ewu go share the marker back FK. He's a good player. Maybe I'm not chance game. Maybe I want to manage. Ambo. One Ghana FIBA no meti ase go more or less like debut fi bench na ere. Eba debut fi bench na ere. Eba. Barobo can TV share Champions League now showcase you. Say they are run went to Mambo. Barobo big team now me unso ni. But who deserve one boy nature. Boy a big platform.
Champions
after World Cup next year Champions League. Only them confirm crab we thought on Monday. You see or not to World Cup. But World Cup oh yes sir enye course. World Cup ni we are seeing na game aye but game be stop it.
Be stop it. Ya ko he wo sa. Champions League no ba obi a stop it ko Champions League no.
No, e duro na you football league. Play football be broji and Egypt o mun be hwe.
No kre ne say. I'm not doubting his capabilities. I'm not doubting his skill set. But we shouldn't reduce the Blasters to that level.
Level be
a player that onya break to 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Then we are talking about Blasters scholar.
And I combo ESA.
He should be commanding a starting place in Kwaraba.
For like 2 years be.
Consistency. That is what we need people to be given. It's because of Blasters what for Muntia Kwaku. The time me I see a golden generation for the Blasters. That is the issue. And nothing nice will be I say Blasters. The local players he bought 3 days I say Blasters. All because you're Blasters number for me. It shouldn't be like that.
But I say there is a quality overdose. Your players can be more nationalized.
I know they no money in the India.
I was there.
You no money in the India. I'm a retire.
Why should we have a code?
Oh,
is a pure African Brazil. In your place now, my people naturalize mama.
You don't know how to use them.
That Uganda Ghana could is a man.
No, only dear. Baba Nedian, I'm a catcher. I am one be seen only detail more. Hey, Ghana, ye care squad here, who CCI. You play so many ball, Papa. I bet you see me proper D and the Ache Babalasa. A one man should see ball bonnet. Well, my king one in Tassie.
What an awesome
issue.
One of the youth teams, you know.
As I not been Mr. Patrol, I am Mr.
Coach be idea. Some more coach be idea.
That's a bobo. Next answer will be at order. Maybe out to me.
Yes,
but maybe mediano. Ma kama numa se nyiro no ne de de so ne se Ghana na no
ka do nya buchira bidin Ghana ede
ma kama numa se no ne de no se Ghana no pu ize e fa nko ade oba e ba Ghana ma oba ye bibi
no ba kwaku say ya frew na oto na ya kire on final squad am ya kona obi ba park ne Land Cruiser ayi obi afiri masi am ya tewo drop this any panashim se nyanya me ne bebe ma you will lose every love and trust you have for the country inti wa ma ya let nobody blame him. Woman in Kobo, you guys.
Why? Or ever feel Kobo, did have the crew boys or the Omodio Mono. And I be more the retired, I be more say the American faith. And then naturalize them. I am not. Maybe I might tear Nadimayat. I am not. You know, these uncle. I do a crab of you. You ever feel it didn't come on. There a place in you know, or from a national team from Okona.
Very good.
Omunina, somebody on Beko.
I'm no Beko.
Yeah, Shakrammer.
DIABY. And another year. An argument between Mike Lace and N'Golo Kante. Now, also I heard the time video in so as also actress take a cry. Now, as now phone believe say they've gone like so many games are or more considered less. And they probably believe say at this particular material moment in time, so I will check your midfield now. There is this particular person now, most of the people are calling his name, and some people are saying say he is the one making sure that he will combine a status form of stability and composure and how he runs the game in attacking forwards of Arsenal. Arsenal in a lot of numbers this particular season and Mikel Arteta. Therefore, when you go to Chelsea, Omo midfield also is stable. With one particular person now, what for the centric midfield they are bought no say he will make sure say he will define all sort of neutralization, all sort of ground duels, all sort of solidity in the midfield of Chelsea Football Club. But yes, still, Chelsea performance has not been consistent enough for that particular side. It might be the goal scoring option for Chelsea and then the defensive actions of Chelsea. And the air committee a lot of blunders which Chelsea consider a lot of game. But in terms of our midfield, the partnership between Moises Caicedo, and then Enzo Fernandez is actually making sure say Chelsea will always strive on its success. Best say Chelsea's midfield bit try very well. It needs someone who has become a restart general in that particular solid midfield for Chelsea called Moises Caicedo. The same thing applies to the side of Arsenal Football Club. Declan Rice has been consistent with Arsenal for the last 2 seasons. And so we'll check the number of games, the numbers, the start of them Arsenal, and some of the things of them Arsenal. It tells you, say, at this particular moment in time, he is the driving force in the midfield action of Arsenal. In comparing these particular 2 footballers, they are equal on these 2 positions. When you Declan Rice at the days with West Ham, not about in a similar deep line playmaking role, making sure that the West Ham go into the European Conference League in Odjon Beje. Coming to Arsenal, in the position in exercise because he came to meet Thomas Partey at the Arsenal Football Club, but he was being played as a typical number 6. So he needed to be pushed forward, played as a traditional number 8, box-to-box midfielder, no one making sure so best partner Martin Odegaard in attacking third for Arsenal Football Club. But so we'll check Moises Caicedo. His position has been stable and his position has been static. Looking at the structure of the midfield of Chelsea, his position has been static for the side of Chelsea Football Club. So these 2 people, they cannot be compared. But so we'll check about the right midfield very well, about the left midfield very well, about the deep line playmaking position, all the 3 central positional midfield in the midfield now. Declan Rice, he can give you that combinative effort as a utility player or the Bemau in that particular essence of midfield. But so when you are comparing Moises Caicedo, he gives you that authority. He gives you that particular stampede in that midfield. Ubinya Ediamano. If you check the last season statistics of Timinya Dema, the child of Chelsea Football Club, as compared to Declan Rice or no Ebo Edema Arsenal. In the last 35 games that Declan Rice bought Edema Arsenal Football Club last season, comparing to 38 games that Moises Caicedo played for Chelsea, the side of Declan Rice was able to have 53 tackles in terms of midfield, and then Moises Caicedo was 114. But then Chelsea says, or use a lot of energy, or use a lot of his authority to make sure so obetimi a lot of ground duels, area duels, and other things in the midfielder. You must always count on Moises Caicedo, who comes in with a lot of tackles, especially in the midfield, as compared to Declan Rice and a flexible, rigid, almost that kind of quick tackles in the midfield for you. So Moises Caicedo numbers in terms of tackles, it was so. Interception wise, midfield will be a midfield de Biano. One of the key things about a good midfielder in interceptions and his ball retentions. How he's able to recover balls, the interceptions and ball retentions. 49 for Papa friend Moises Caicedo. 25 for Declan Rice on that particular level. Moises Caicedo last season was super in that particular material moment. But then Declan Rice, in terms of passing accuracy, 89.8% as compared to Moises Caicedo, 90.2%. So in terms of passing accuracy and everything, Moises Caicedo last season had that particular statistics better than even Declan Rice. But so Oko anymore, in terms of offensive trait, the Obama young more numbers now will be Declan Rice, who can give you huge number of goals and also quite a number of assists, especially in big games, will deliver in making sure that the goals of Beshano will become a landmark goals for his football club, especially with Arsenal playing against Real Madrid Football Club last season in the UEFA Champions League, when he was able to score standout performance and standout goals for Arsenal Football Club, meeting Real Madrid Football Club in the quarter-final stage of the UCL. And that makes me think that at this particular crucial moment in time, when you are comparing these 2 midfielders, that's a work as one year better in terms of midfield action for his 2 football clubs. We shouldn't forget, say, at the time of Declan Rice, Arsenal currently, as we speak, they've not been able to achieve and they've not been able to win any other trophy under the watch of Declan Rice. But then we've seen Moises Caicedo, who had used Chelsea Football Club to win the FIFA Club World Cup, used Chelsea to win the Conference League under Enzo Maresca in his first season. And that makes me think that in terms of everything, the class of competition, the class of big matches, and the class of things are almost share in comparing these particular two midfielders now, I will choose Moises Caicedo. Me and better now can say, so we currently as we speak, midfielders who Krum Harman, as a midfielders who we are Simonama, so who Pobia or on top of his form. Now all commanding the deep line playmaking role, no all are defining that particular role no as his own name. It is Moises Caicedo, and as he about the typical number 6 role, almost many dean. Most of these particular big players, it will be Moises Caicedo, and currently the form no defining that particular role no for Chelsea Football Club. But for Declan Rice, he is an utility player who can perform all other certain actions in the midfield area, but see a ground duels, a lot of things in the midfield. But I'll choose Moises Caicedo over him because he gives a stampede, he gives that particular energy, and he gives his authority in a central midfield position for any other football club or finding himself playing for that particular football. So I'll choose Moises Caicedo over Declan Rice. But DIABY, and now we saw Manchester City making sure so many teams dismantle the side of Borussia Dortmund, and they did very well with that. So also game no boy now with a certain war. Now me can Pep Guardiola last 3 seasons he was doing with Papa a friend said Kevin De Bruyne in that particular midfield for the side of Manchester City. But I come and say this season he has gotten Tijani Reinders, he has gotten Sheikh Ryan, and then they are doing something wonderful for the side of Manchester City. Abandon the Sheikh Eba the side of Manchester City no. The first 2 matches and unya injury for the last 2 months. Yeah. So in terms of creativity, I know we bet imagine in Finfiho, Abu Manchester City just to have the sporting role of the number 10 person now. Onubetimi Ashe Kevin De Bruyne now it has become very difficult. So say Manchester City airbar. Ultimately, the link-up play from the attacking moment, you know, Albania Pep Guardiola no but the 4-1-4-1 tactical flexibility, you know, Tembian ne emuya ding edema Ellen Haaland. But in the last 2 games, Yehu Ryan Cherki in the shirt of Manchester City, playing in that particular role, making sure so the 2 double number 10 for Tijani Reinders and Ryan Cherki, you know, has become very soluble for that particular partnership. Ryan Cherki and then the side of Ellen Haaland in team. And now checking the number of starts for the Manchester City at the time of Omubo against Borussia Dortmund. Onya close to about 10 shots on target, making sure that he will create 6 chances for Manchester City. The last time a Manchester City player almost this kind of numbers for Manchester City was far back in last season when Phil Foden, they were playing against West Ham and Phil Foden was able to have 10 shots on target, creating 7 chances against West Ham Football Club in last season. And this particular guy called Ryan Cherki has done that same thing for the side of Manchester City. They hold on passes, they link up play with Ellen Haaland in attacking movement of Manchester City, and how he always makes sure say he will have a commanding splitting passes just to dispose the porosity nature of the defensive structure of the opponent. You know, makes me think that at that particular crucial moment in time, say Kevin De Bruyne a free Manchester City the near the side of Napoli. That's a Pep Guardiola. And the Pep-like things, not just to command someone or bit reaching the number 10 spot. At the Manchester City in the new development, I watched them this particular football club. This particular guy fits in even more than Tijani Reinders in that particular midfield. In terms of technique, in terms of ball passing accuracy, in terms of be ensure a lot of goals. No, you talk about Tijani Reinders who gives you that quality enough as a complete midfielder. Obama that grand duels, no, I'm making sure say the midfield, no, all round, he will make that stability in that particular midfield. But so a midfielder, that's a ultimate innovative moment in the central core midfield of that particular football club. It becomes meaningless. But Ryan Cherki adds up a little bit of creativity, making sure so me about the person close to the side of the attacking side, or ultimately Ellen Haaland in the number 9 role of Manchester City, and he makes it so beautifully. And I believe say Enra, looking at the game of Manchester City, winning by huge margin over Borussia Dortmund, this man Ryan Cherki changed the game, made sure that the game will become easier, and then he will control every bit of things for the side of Manchester City. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't come on.
Share na friend no yes mama na me.
In common Cristiano Ronaldo edino utie Luther at the time of our presentation now. Let me now go down to one particular thing. The smug in Cristiano Ronaldo career now makes me think that Abuan will find me so. He believes that in the last 20 years, when you compare Lionel Messi and Ono as a footballer, it has been Ono between Cristiano Ronaldo and then Lionel Messi. But the two different things that separate Lionel Messi and then Cristiano Ronaldo is the self-assurance, the self-esteem, how he prioritizes himself over any other thing in the world makes him so unique and so different. In the interview, Piers Morgan Bizan said, so share or no any Donald Trump why the most popular person. He said yeah. But for all due respect, and Donald Trump, we are talking about the most powerful president in the world.
Yeah.
And at least it may create some sort of panic and fear in Cristiano Ronaldo narrating that particular moment. Or they know who to Donald Trump. But he came out so boldly enough to tell Piers Morgan, say, so we'll compare the most powerful president to no Cristiano Ronaldo as a football player. It goes down to say the smugness in his character makes him unique among all other athletes and more other sportive factions in this particular current world. Presidency, Oko US, almost constitutional mandate to almost 4 years. First term 4 years, second term 4 years. Donald Trump about first 4 years.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden be too,
Yeah.
And now he's going for another last 4 years. But this guy has been consistent for the last 20 years. Since 2005 to currently as you speak, this guy has been consistent. And the name, I am a household name in the world of football. There is no other person who is more popular than Cristiano Ronaldo. Baby Ronaldo Eurano, any baby Ronaldo Edruno, I can only compare Michael Jackson's name to Cristiano Ronaldo in the world. Yes, this guy is big.
Ronaldo is popular too.
Oh yeah, big. I
can be compare Michael Jackson.
This is MD. I will only compare. Apart from MD, this guy is popular. Same Jacob. But look at the generation, the revenue generation in every year. It adds to most of these particular sports athlete guys say, as currently. But then in terms of being popular, most popular person, it's not about Donald Trump. It's not about any other president. It's not about Vladimir Putin. It's about this particular guy, Cristiano Ronaldo. The only person I'm better to know is MG.
Or Ronaldo Kakrazo no your small smile and yeah, omunim Donald Trump, omunim ono.
So I YouTuber.
No, about uni and the my dear man we are unique. The man share come second. Say be a popular body my dear the a man and kwada.
Oh, of course.
What is all the Messi picture to a man be brands and no more. But your picture here no more. Ronaldo dear apart from the nimbo no more channel. Popular party. Last I be quite able to liar. Lipa 18 flare move up the rules about compared to
what can you say there? You want to be now here?
Ronaldo ni Piers Morgan they also ma transfer.
Yeah, we transfer.
PR oba be cancer might be criti confusion near there. Anyway, my make camera says kakra me say mo na mo fan cheme me nya network IBT. Mo dey na ba na me yi fio. Na wo dey so member so no fa cheme because them say minya some issues be well you guys are good biaga from Akima Safo maybe or the Benji fancy say but when in Chelsea will bounce back Sunday how to focus massacre Kumasi Asante Koroko British honorable wisdom or say boa MC Achuman Wabieja South and or the Ramo and away so this so Hansi Flake won't change the high line. If indeed he says he won't change the high line, we live to see. Good afternoon, Papa Diaby. Desmond Nkua. The only place between Estevan and Master Antoine, who is better. With them is a Chinyebi anyhow. Omaba, Yenina Hebi, Obiahu, City City. Good evening, Fakye TV. I'm Kofi from Dominance. Is something wrong with Chelsea coach Enzo Maresca? Because Chelsea don't deserve draw yesterday. You're also the buyer. No. Good evening, Abu. I'm Mastu. Listen to live inside AG. FC Barcelona, pa. So good afternoon, Abu. I watch you live from Takwa and Suta. I'll say Barcelona should back up. I wish my team phobia. Good luck on Sunday. From Achu Emmanuel. Nedio Rebeno. So 0207543637. Now so no Abomodiado Diano. Every moment call Facebook kakra. Na men kinkai bi. na yenko yenima oze Osikaba Kapo. Good afternoon, Fakye Sport. I'm watching live from Kuwait. Good work, keep it up. And Bono Hini Cisco Diambo. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm watching live at Kwau Asakraka, St. Paul SHS. More update on Man United injured players. Jono Swereba, Ebiram Nono. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm watching live from Manswanye. Yesterday, Chelsea made me feel bad. Elvis Atobra, update on Chelsea and Elvis once again. More for Ramo. Elijah Kwabna. Good afternoon, Abu. Watching live from New Longro. You people are doing a great job. Keep it up. Club Brugge has made me feel happy today. Please update me on Real Madrid. My greetings to famous Figo, Honorable Jack, Danny Boy, and Nana JY. Nana Bennett and Abu. I'm always amazed and pleased with how you people show well organized. But please, is Barcelona still favorite to win the Champions League? Big ups to Luther King, Dazigri Dende Man, David Yorson. Want to live from a microphone. Keep up the good work. We could do that. Was it good afternoon, Abu? I'm watching live from Doma and Kran Kwanta and almost the room. We could do that once again. Was it on this day, 6 October 1986, was Sir Alex Ferguson appointed as manager of Man United. Games 1,595 win trophies 38, Premier League 13, Community Shield 10, Champions League 2, FA Cup 5, League Cup 4, Club World Cup 1, Club Winners' Cup 1, Intercontinental Cup 1. The GOAT for Manchester United. Bernard the option. Good afternoon, Bernard. Watch you live from Kade. Yaga. Good afternoon, lovely guys. Watch you live from Akima Safima Smith. Any emojis be any Roman and Konsukojo Chrome. Watch you live. Fakye Sport no side. Come Sunday, Asante Koroko will surely silence Yanom Hatofo Fala. Greeting to Boss inside console and Afi Osane to as watch you live from as watch you live. We'll see Karabak FK. Young Konkwa and Ebenezer Repent. Good afternoon, Abu. Please tell Odoi that even if his best friend free are Jordan Semenyo and Inaki Krampa, Ghana don't need him. Watch you live from Nkran Kwanta. Your day Abraham Nukufiad, my black man. I'm watching you live inside Pig Farm Accra. And I'm also Filippo Kwabrike. Zemabu bravo to Koi Rubin Amorim for winning the Premier League Coach of the month October. Koroko is winning on Sunday by hook or crook. Greetings to my daughter from Paul HR Felix. My mother Antimer of Geneso. Filippo Ebomadi hashtag Fakye Sport. No, etimi etwa. So is ya represent my network and to joining on Facebook. I'm really enjoying your show every moment. Keep it up. Greetings to Bismarck and Abigail. It's been taken. Well, please tell Ricardo Rouse to relax. Half of it are penalties. You are also if you are not CR7 fan, you will not understand him. CR7 has created his history with Portugal, while Messi is part of Argentina history. Cristiano Ronaldo is the most popular person in the world with over 1 billion followers. Frederick said, and teams are playing with Holland and Kane as their strikers. Maresca is playing with George as a striker. How can you compete with George as your striker? The other man, Rich Majesty. I really like his sport. Abu, keep it up. Father, no, the Rami Drusu, Eliasu. Good afternoon, Abu. Watching the show live from Konongo Sementia Aluminium Glass Fabrication. And after Kwame added, good afternoon, Abu. You are live inside Akwasi. Please, I want to ask, if you win the Ballon d'Or, that means you are the best player in the world. I want an explanation. You're the Babi Ramo. And I'm Rich Majesty from Saint Damang. More update from Real Madrid and Barca drew yesterday. But I don't know why Madridistas are happy. You're not so Joao Opoku. I'm Joao Opoku from Serie A. So keep it up. You're not so Eddie Ramon. Tuzo de ano ebetiaba eberberena ya kind of kama pa na boa. Manema 0207543637. Name is initially minya problem kakrantina na mintimen kind of good evening, Abu. Arsenal is the only team that can stop buying from Pablo. And just so Bessia say, good afternoon, Abu. I'm watching you live from Manso. And also, greetings, Abu. Kotoko will win on Sunday. Greetings to the people of Akim Insutem in the Eastern region. Emba, Nedi Alonso, Ereba, Ebabi Ramu, and Omontias are prepared. It is here to any dear Ramia Dia. There's a Unia Crass, you never say, MG so cry ye be near the adio. Eh, and MG all Kusia did the feel. Was it winner by natural? I be last told didn't come on also.
It was friendly against Chelsea.
Also, Rio Shego, Koyes, I don't tell Park and also see you not like how. So he tells you they're new in India. Hey, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Bebe na 1000 nya chi say ta ya wu kuba. Ole na bi oye wo aponche de chere o de chere na wo wonya wo ya wa aponche de chere wo so na bi
anahwen
you Messi the official football player bi ero abodu bo
according to you.
And according to me, a fact why that
fact bench
Messi any ball watching player be about
fact bench one. You have your exactly, so that's where the unfairness comes in.
Unfairness like how?
We are say adwenchire sebi ete say man.
I agree on that. No, it's not like that. You adwenchire any award be a fact.
I
did to say what you to my shoe. Bitimi ko di nkomo bebi eze abibie nipa kokoko. Dey men kan what ase. Oye nipa abibie nipa tuntum. Bitimi ko di nkomo bebi so oye nipa kokoko. Oh, dey da ho ni. Fi say football tall you Messi with ball champ.
No ya me problem. I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion. But I have my opinion. My opinion still stands.
No, I did there fact the entire quarters boy fact man. Fact so the best only Messi Ronaldo to Messi was so Ronaldo in terms of ball.
Minim da. Ye na o kan minim da.
No, ya wani go a osisa na yeye. Ade da o.
Chairman. Wadwe nkyere
da ho. Ona wo kan wa asem na wasema wo kan de say obi anu ni asem.
Ya da go we na kofa siu ne ba. And to go ni siu na you na man for enjoy kakra any ade ana ye hwe na ye mpu ani ni na embo na Alright, ya bobo de la yeti ya to aso kabaka pa me ko na simadu me ko kodi nkomo lo se ne ba center omo asweye na yewram na agree roma na ye ne to aso ba igeze bibi aboko de
yami adom abudi abi yami adom pa bro yami adom ye
e de ma uza aze mu aye ya
yami adom abe my me pa nyenzi bro
nyenzi oko ye so eze wa wi kra ma na me so me de kan
kafra
na nya de ketoka na muede ni ade bat na me adom kakra ho de na ba na ye di komo akre ne de owo de mai
abu me da se nyame inshallah na yema Fakye TV ahwefo nyina mu anehwe na wi anyimrei Lawson Herbal Center amuni yen na mate yen kano Lawson Herbal Center yenrum yen sano eguso ewa adwaso Lawson Herbal Center sene die kwan so ye wa dro de nanso ya ni pay e bia ye betima no modro de santi ya me aduane anye ye dro na ye dro anye aduane we should let our food be our medicine and our medicine be our food share never buying ba oni pedua share nesi ade kwan what ye di nkwan me but ye be di na ye be nom na ye be hia na ye ni penti e de mu oyade onu mu oyade ena enanso emu oyade ti pa wo chew de wo die wo tumi wo so hwe de wo die ni yie enkyene enuane amroso asikyire enuane amroso enamunu ne mojanam awie amroso pa mo chew mumma yanhwe na yetumi enhye na nso se beti so na tumi aboa eya yentenetene yapom yamatosode ene enuaba enoso yaduane diemu wo yajima na bra pa wo chew eya ajiwa home because they may say in as much as we are living to die before we die we have to live abu bra ye boy nyina no ye didia ye numu a ye tukwan ye froshen ye sifie ye ware ne ade nyina ne sabio abra no etwowuo
no kre
nanso yes be wunti na offer ade amana ya de abefo do contempa hwe wadidie ye I repeat on authority hwe de wodie ne ye wo tumi wo so Shedia wonum ni yie abeboa na me pa wo chew enanso kai say bema ni yokunu na oba ni yoyire a enhye ho a na fa shem if it is not on it is not in what we do kwame abu ye honam ntie betimi afom ama yade aba ameka o say free crane no na me de diemu na yade aba what drone din ay Lawson herbal mixture enam edidiemu na yade bia ba edre betimi abowo na etu ase no ay Lawson herbal mixture Lawson herbal mixture Lawson herbal mixture Lawson herbal mixture eye honam nti etime fom enam nso e oyade esan e oho enam ensa yade pa ocho edoso pa na emu no okoseme country o say the free bacteria and a fungi and a yeast e dia body e kwa Lawson Lawcare Lawson Lawcare Lawson Lawcare Lawson Lawcare mixture anywhere drone a ding and Mary May shell boy what's the yeah or in fear do what you ate in the crown dia na me kai o say a healthy prostate makes a complete man yaka bema o tia pa osipi na osita ogunsia onchim ya onti yaw de bema ni mu okọ banchan a abutremu na obupremu no onya abutre no bare de enye kita hodie ene agudie no eyi a ha bia emechiri ye shone so de momu me kai o say sabio bema ne ma ye shemu dieni mu no prostate no edijuma sonkuom sabio bema wa husane anas bema sabio wani mu wa ho ba no prostate no ojuma e di wo mu ya touch man how na ya ba ameka o say ya ntwama ya de emma yesi ade kwan ya bonipadia ho ban o bo ban na Lawson Dileman Lawson Dileman Lawson Dileman Lawson Dileman Lawson Dileman capsules memel drought beme omoje no numbi what me di mu dance ye o enfie edu watch 18 e konkon ade a pa wo chew uni anu ye bia e bana frefre e fa ejumedie ho oto dro bi obanum ne sen o pedo drum ana etu aton what to be I mean chemu be na o pekrampo ye ni nkomo adidie mu nkyerkyere ye na beje idie ye na abetiso ye na ode ka ho ye na ye fremu ya bonko ya je so on 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 and 0248 61 99 0248 61 99 na enchima wo pe bia aba Lawson herbal products no that me watches me no makai de ma me hwe na menya brand chechire mu ye pa ma ahefo na etiefo nyina abu Lawson Lawcare mixture eh man me dru na wote ya bodin e samrani the virgin doctor eh yuma Lawson Lawcare aye amagana ma me manti ena ema no ejina mema na mu atopane kwancherefo edin the virgin doctor no Dr. Lawson Chei Menu odafa wotie me makafo apomodin ehye wonsa sabio ya yensa enso eche dwade na ejana bia ye baako enipedu nwotwe ena koso ejana baako enipedu num na koso sabio no so bia ye baako ni peko ne dosu obi ande ne hunsuo kwa ye very careful ya hwese obaya hweye what infection and for free ho from bacteria to fungi to yeast infection adakwa Lawcare na mpo oyoba na ade kra maya na no Lawson Lawcare na ema o masem ewiemudie ema o masem ekoyie ema de wo yesronko ema ho no magina yesronko ti oba bibi to chima na sabe osronko ya no eya atosini na eya atia kam onye ma nkoyie ema na so oba won chen o ma excuses adentia sabe enka aba ho ancient cranny sabe ensa atie guase nyina Fakye beka dey nsawa we guase why dobe why konkonko kese anya mponya kono why tan infection ti efre na ekoi ensa atie guase ne mu ene sabe enka oba aba wase sabio wase kwa bia kese no nya be katua na nsa na se be hye na betu na be kwa Lawson Lawke Johnson it's be connect you as what just out there shop watch be kono ketua bi na ede na eba kakra bia na Johnson edio Johnson tentem to ato can be a sign of an infection yempa abo de ba you know say fungi say yeast say den abekwa Lawke mixture and the word drone a din ya channels 90 amwa na make I was say Lawson Lawke very much to me the enumbi bema ne bema iPhone ya ne ensuo efrem eba ay ketekete anasa ehi abe correct ya Lawke mixture and a drone a din ya channels so Lawke mema benum ama so ay den anumbi na bema de ni ye mu a o de Lawke ne be ye unsuo a o de anom topaye delay man capsules no wa frɛ am ya bonkomo 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 and 0248 61 99 0248 61 99 what in Tremubia about Lawson Lawke mixture na for delay man capsules delay man there maka bema ye ntenase adwuma bema ye empeja adwuma bema ye miriketu adwuma na se enkoto sesie no me kwani padua sa obekoto obebo mu ase obeyede sesie no aya ade a odi edejuma soronko timpamochow mo mugina ho che etena ho che ekukuru epeja no edo betumi abo se bema mo mema ye awie peye no delay man capsules aho de e kofom onfre na ekwa animu normal na emom no hwe na amoroso antraso be fanya nsanom no madure wo din na wa danse na atena wa che Lawson delay man ene sa adro no a atena wa che na e wo din na wa danse din na se bema o efiedu wo 18 konkon ade a pa wo che wo yi ho no oba ni ho wawari o unwari yo anya kwanside o dia ne say unya Lawson Lawke na wapa belly cap o shake up ne ma na say wapa this posable cap the smallest size no o she ma why to pine ni nu ndi wo nu mo no why the one no be atwa ko sensuo enu anu no okoto dwem e be ye den ama o pechi aye den ama o sisim aye den ama nankokom aye den ama o daso mani gie atumi abafie iti a wotwam no be ma de me say wawari yo onwari yo oba bewo oba menwo anya kwaside abrebia no me na ko anim na kai say de todru bia so Lawson delay man Lawson Lawke na Lawson herbal mixture on sabeka na wakai say herbal shop pharmacy over the counter kwa jodi abu ye komo no 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 and 0248 61 99 what you munchire mo bia still emuna sia no da so abu in kind na ne moa and I am my bro ya that's it.
But the amoya ko on Lawson Eba Center omo aswe ya carry a chance no man no one on the air papa ebe mo ho de show kora we jana so they are Fakye sport Logic Mori inside Logic more inside Kodie keep up the great job yeah that's it era Fakye TV sexy dondom from Takwa but I mean say ono wa mama was good afternoon Abu Cristiano Ronaldo is the best player from PP Asante Bekwai Lady of the Ebramo Enono. And the with the pamphlet for an attract. Good evening, Abu. The greatest of all time is relative, and the only thing that can stand the test of time is goals, not awards, because football started 40 years before the FIFA introduced the word best. Abu, did you watch the players from the 50s, matches played, goals scored, and everything is relative? And all the votes are people, all the voters are people based on people's opinion, not correct research out there. Majority of the people who watch Pele and others are dead. Abu, your best is not someone's best. Messi did things that Ronaldo couldn't do. Ronaldo also did things that Messi couldn't do. So the best is always relative. Again, Barca will suffer this season. They only gain confidence after beating Real Madrid. Since Madrid beat them this season, no team fears them again. You are not sure about what the era. Greetings, Abu. I'm Desco Malik from Offenso Kokote. The whole world knows celebration as a name, but CR7 celebration as a name. Siu, that Siu alone makes Ronaldo famous and popular than the US President Donald Trump. You're the era. Good evening, Fakye Sport. God will never make a mistake. Club Brugge made all things possible, even after all the corrupt. And one thing is that there is no fact and figures that Messi is better than Ronaldo. If it is a World Cup only, then Pogba has won it before. And I'm justice. Extend my greetings to all the Madrid fans inside Sevilla. Also, I am Bianio. I would do some DIABY on the message, Bebana. Omede ababe kantan, but be se Messi ne die se football toho obi ani ho ejuma obone ya de a ano eden e de chain player bia no we a to there ma me na me ho quick one na me nko mra na ye hwe ne enye we ya ne ade abat me nim se na so re ready ama me salifu we no na ye nhye nkomo na se emfa enfio ne ade a ne we ya enti mate ora ma me na mo bra me ba pe na ya bari ya babe to aso ne ya hwe na ye ti de ho aba isi ya ba pe de akedia e be to aso ne ama
Dancing for
Joan Toa Herbal Clinic and Joan Toa Herbal Clinic Sienka. Fantos Zebra, Nabra Romo Masuere and Boamane Koye Pen from a doctor and also Kutri Ampim. A Juma Doko Bono Yadia. Ano Eddie Papa. Na the Tierese. Yes, in this stroke no edunya. Omone a specialist in Wijman Omobono. Ano Eddie stroke na ne Confuenya 2 years. Amo Modomuntin Yomo, no Romo Joan Toa Herbal Clinica. Omo de Bosome na Omara Cliff Yona Sono. Wejan na sopa physiotherapy no. Any rehabilitation no dia ekoso ewo maso ya ye brania krukromu kakra kusiso obi gina wona so na nema adadi impeda ma so yoba na o fertility issues ene se nete boso so bu nsa enhyara nkoye ya na ne no ayese wa wudi nim no bibi aba be shema o kokko ezo ofo afra na asei enam ya ye dunya etie no nam so ama ni unyinsen na asei eno echi no na chese ni ha bebre o ho embo ama wo ba no onyo basimani na orowani chimo Joan Toa Herbal Clinica achiano na chese bosumi miensa oba be wawo afa ho afa aba yetere ze nyafi na ne oko ya kwakwa operation bi zanze treatment erebe ma no ebo mo eji ana so na mema so no se low sperm count edunya wade na ukujo kra eno na ne na nabehwe na waboa ma de na so ejina so na bibia koyere ama eno echi no ebi etize blood pressure fibroid high cholesterol eno nanche diabetes no asthma hepatitis B, wakoma o kidney, o lung no liver, o how kakra o ho ani na no, Romo Joan Toa Herbal Clinica, yebre na yaboa na yaswa no na wenya hode na nema adadi peti biara mo no kwa akufa hyew. Enyeze afi ni ebeye na numui. Ndro no omode ma no, oboza ache ya no bosome no bako mienu miensa no na eye adwuma na so no ofa oho edi. Yes baby girls no, be kan fanche mo ze ne de bomode a vagina tightening no ye de ma wo yo ba kwa infio no ye be ma bibi achiche aye da ya akono na naba ho be peso be ba be sekretada oba de akasa ni monyam no ba kono so be siesie infio ze boys ne ba no muzi ade na yikepe wo ye de yo fre no ba bim edi no ko mehwe na ye siesie ama bibi aye de achiche aye akono na ne ma ko ye peri ama na ne emamu nkonko ye ba ko ni bia obo ze zie ndu bebi na asa ade bi short na ekufo mo no kwa abibidro nkote yebe choko yebe boa ma wechi no aye huge bozo na mo a na ade ne ye tokomba na boys ni ho a na obeni age na afi asan boa na animu no so no emu aye dududu Joan Toa Herbal Clinic no so rana ye hwe boa ma na makoye pa edema sisi arobu guso a free hair screen no eguso a ekoso na screen ne bomode eshase on the 26th September 2025 jama ekukozi January 2026 ti say that ene no yese efana command liver kidney lung no or prostate no hepatitis B na ayo ba wa peba unya bia oma bomode a free health screening no ya de eguso a ekoso a ye hwe na aboa ma na makoyera manti frena na ni nkomo na ka ha channel na Joan Toa Herbal Clinic kombo obujuma na omoboro ano edempa 0555 805533 0555 805533 opomo Abidjan Kwanta School Junction enkane bibi ana Gore Filling Station wono Esreso Lake Road no Roniamboa na nemanko ye performa ya na bia ba kwa ye boa ne aso ano de ama no Joan Toa Herbal Clinic na bibia adade da ma bi mani nkomo kakra emza ne hu se news no bobo de base e mrante bi no de dikane X11 Wonders BA United Unistar na Gross Accra to folk ere omo midfielder a obu ejuma de ma Dreita the dini Salif Ibrahim na no ne confirming news no ha edema say believe for no beton sa afredo in our next matches edo mani mo ko akwakobo omo di sisi omo for AFCON truly and the squad very on say Salif Ibrahim the dino so etimi romo kona wakwakobo ejuma etimi ramo ntuye ma ni dino eni etwa ho kama pa nyo no nko a and if you say Uganda for so atonsa de afre babala hasa I deserve ubo ejuma ma ewo Kosovo de ma Dreita no na wezubu ejuma de ma Steaua Bucharest ewo Romania Patamo ejono Uganda atonsa afre zo mra ma mekom squad no ho na almost prepared of the AFCON no na niamande da di performance question ni say is it there na ba Ghana yan kwada bi enim ze bi abo no metimi abo ni ye ni luso omutu nations bi e be ka se ball no omubo bi die bat e ba football na omo eme abi ma mission komo na se enferfu am the Di Maria the last time ha ya ana na kwaguze efa no not bi bi am shoot ya e no catch ze Bibi ekika kwara me so obeswechi because Benin for no guso omone no edin komo. Na okay, be 6 months, 6 months or 7 months bi na. Eye we na the eye official. Brother, baby I do know. Kwada na ye di do we 25 years. Na the Di Maria 26.
Okay, first of all, congratulations to the two guys for making it to their respective national teams. And yeah, easy say a player, you better inside their from our national team say we see a kind of on my. To say a call up now amongst the numerous of players who qualifies to represent a country, the unya the opportunity to be selected or to be called upon. Say, okay, the selected ones. And one thing that I am advocacy. So let me first of all put my words of congratulations to Salif Ibrahim, Di Maria, and then Baba Al Hassan for making it to Benin and then Uganda respectively. Now, after that, must send the words of congratulations to them. The matter and then the reality on ground saying, at the end of Ghana, I am right. At the end of Ghana, I am right. From where I sit, what I think, we can have any opinion how you see it. And I said something here. Said, include us one yentenafa and yeningwasi.
Yeah.
Say ufri baby now fault said what can ya unya call up you are not appreciated. Now another ever appreciate you are so be it. And let's put it on record. There are so many players now I'm watching home any GD say if you drew a swami yabinya Ghana bo how many national team am they call retirement. Bibri oho. Enyo bia na benya akwanya abo e dey the Black Stars of Ghana. It is a footballer na ball no obo. E drew stage go o twen brena one kasa. And you're thinking of say why you stage I was saying careful na yam from now if there is another opportunity and you think that a hobby appreciate you so be it. Just like said the Ghana echo for players from other countries no. I think that it is time say Obi so MON-FRI ako baby. It is not the first time player be a Ghana near one farmer and Black Stars. So let us not let it look like say be a fail the BSC Ghana player be akobody ama national team BSC pay. Now when you pick Salif Ibrahim for instance, the situation now Kweku say me let me to Salif Fufu and Kameka change on consider the last mobile note. I told him that Benin call up neighbor uncle Wakwini. I told him that because me margin time and I'm using Salifu a deserve Black Stars call up yam friend. So even that time not standing a chance of getting the call up yam friend. How much more in there? I am not saying he's not performing Drita now or the truth of the matter is that baby a for him to get called up to your national team, I was yet beyond the OACC. That is the gospel truth. Time I know about how to focus. We need the best player ever Ghana League. So you have both 34 matches or my team be about 34. You may win over 400 matches and you have player is selected is only more than a any player be our league. Yeah, I'm friend of Black Stars. That was the time. And also Salifu, a deserved Black Stars caller. Yeah, I'm friend. And then but I think that what he did, have to focus that time. Not a deserve call up more than the oil or drita. And if that time when you call up now, what is the guarantee? Say a no call up. That time now you matches be over. Not even a low profile games. Here games the AFCON qualifies any other when you be uncle and net ye has to see the next call up and that's the next assignment a day anima so and a walk up. We say walk up you do what it is here.
Yeah.
And I don't think Ghana may consider Di Maria at this moment say the name of walk up. If Benin form when say with the quality now and what Benin Di Maria ever can when they think that the modern elsewhere near with all the respect to Benin in terms of quality, Benin does not come anywhere near Ghana. Yeah, quality in abundance more than the Benin for a if I'm a say about just like when you say, oh yeah, there, no, my friend, so be it. I wish him the very best of luck, and I'm very happy for him. So at least Di Maria encore retirement and the CV so ebeba say wa national team that. That is one thing I'm very happy for him. So at least Obeko retirement, he can be proud to say, oh, me ball, let me say national team JC. Ni tiye after these two friendlies, na me na dum premier or call back about 1 or 2 games. And let's call up everybody in December. Yeah, but AFCON, say many AFCON. Onya AFCON ever boy, a pejani CV. But in terms of finances, player ye do what ye abe boamwa nationalize Ediama Benin at they were according with respect. Point number 2, AFCON. Yeah, call AFCON who winning match or the bonus is ending the year because of financial Di Maria and Sika Semus where they ever seen Pija Edia because I'm very happy for him. But I think that Ghana no said the year punk of Obicho Eddie Bimoban Sanet here would you swap a pie the Bicho Afan and the Qua. Yeah, wishing the very best of like now when you move to the other player, Baba Al Hassan. I've heard a lot. Now, ya say you drew South stage now one, but like I initially stated, that is the country we are in. AC first, AC second, and AC third, a two jada. Yeah, part of the world now, if you know. Sanet here. No, Billy said, Kylian Mbappe, Kylian Mbappe, Katame offer an American Cameroon for no common fight, Meboa. South Africans, you see near by no. Yen Timin change. We name die best as a free home. And one virus, I'm come as who, and yet the Biana, ye never Brame who are ye ever near my wheel. Because say what here for that way story. And then they are told over the youth side. Say me or you bush and coming to do for some of my Black Stars. Unless special reason. And now who say people are show sign of remorse. Before they want to change things. But acquire the normal mantra or a gun and inti, if you not invest in me. I'm a development. I'm Pija. Because me drew pinnacle, so you have no right to claim anything about me.
But sometimes, especially, and also more fees angry. I am a motivation in MON-FRI. Though the wait me bomb a bomb cry, but this will be as other thing motivating is that I do.
And nothing I'm saying,
Sally for the
yes. Anything I'm saying, so what investing in my upbringing? Let me drew baby, I'm a drew you are. You have no control over me. It is my sole decision. What I want to do is what I will do. You got the opportunity to invest in me. You did not invest in me. You even discouraged me. I chose power, strength from what they now here, and I'm working over it. I've been able to build something for myself. Today, you need me and you don't accord me with respect. Who show sign of remorse? I have nothing to do with you. And you make me decision. Let me decide something about fine. But decide nobody can say anything. And the boy not taking a decision through the management and then call for. And who he said, baby, Uganda bebuano more than Black Stars. But what is the guarantee? Say one kobo Uganda and Black Stars my friend. Or starting so performing for Stade Bucharest and yet I feel was starting Mwana.
Yeah.
But we say I call up say I am friend.
Yeah.
But how many matches? 21 games this season. But checking the last season, how many games they be more boy or Mudinya call up on national team? I say, I don't want to mention the no I can say be any player we have a Black Stars man here. What in the example? So I'll not mention anybody's name. Every more matches are over. Obi boy just one match fit here a big opposition. The next call up is in and he's a starter in the Black Stars. Obi so constantly Jumano, but we've not even seen him. Obi hadn't in Kasai. If country be able to know appreciating the effort, let him go there and enjoy. Just like I said it about Di Maria Diano. Koku, the Niba just said, about retirement, ni see so. Koku about also say about national team, Koku about African Cup of Nation. It is good. Say Uganda so about AFCON nibi. Into one also about AFCON. Aside that, in terms of Sikasa and America Di Maria Diano, or about AFCON, yeah, this is so again, yeah, about AFCON. Check the number of scouts and then agents are hold on mobile Ronaldo and Luta story not all big countries no and I say European countries no or my amount for do if you ever there are some of the countries Spain and then other Brazil money more than 5,000 people are coming to watch the AFCON from those countries. Who knows? And then Bucharest and or Romania right? Uganda, AFCON I say. Kwanya Olympic de Marseille bi. Kwanya Real Sociedad bi. Kwanya Valencia bi. Akwa akomo. Me value apeja ewo AFCON ase. Sika se aba ne butum. Mo se international ontwen enkopim how many years until Black Stars call up.
Mate.
Obetimi atwen, there is no guarantee. Such na o twen call up. So yeah, wish you the very best of luck. Say the nama ye naturalize it, bi mu de do omo ba no. Bi mu nso be ba ha, abe naturalize it, those we don't value. And I young who say omo ewo qualification oba. And that is how we are citizens. So maybe I wish them the very best of luck. Omo economical to us here.
Mate, but how the FIFA so abomode in nominees for best award no. Enti the way kai we ni ade abate. What's it for? We FIFA men's player nominees. The FIFA best football awards. So Osman Dembele, Kimi Ashraf, Mbappe, Nuno Mendes, Palmer, Pedri, Rafinha, Mo Salah, Vitinha, na Lamine Yamal. So we muna here na ya to abayi ba. We best coaches na ne wavi age. Press to say that. Mikel Arteta, Luis Enrique, Hansi Flick, Maresca, Martinez, and Slot. The Omozone coaches of
the Omo Bejo
Madina. We saw my own man on your bed.
Luis Enrique,
Usman Dembele. We are. So the Abaron was almost the FIFA
11 now.
Only nominees now. Omo the Ababeren goalkeepers, need defenders in women. So obey the Abamanjo. Okay, so I attack is in FIFA 11. Yes, everybody now so that China Luther Boba now. Why that? Yes, everybody connect. Oh, midfielders in this video. One sign there. We so at the assembly bar. How we know.
FIFA men's 11. Yeah,
the assembly bar.
The only thing that makes me love
the assembly bar.
Hey, award. Currently, the way I see, yes, the way I see award, and yet credible. That's why I love
it. Credible. No, no, pencils.
That is why me say I love Ronaldo.
Assembly there.
Say we see who.
Sometimes, me people like Cristiano Ronaldo. FIFA award ne Ballon d'Or, my issue. Ye ni ama no ne ba no kra we say uni ye esi ye. Uni ye ye esi 2010.
You know,
Ronaldo no ne Messi mu ina ya wi bi ama mo.
I'm not talking about an individual. I'm saying until I'm a
personality. Yenko ye ni. Ono nja de oto okika. Awon so no ma wi bi ama da. Omu wi na ba ku su ye ne de oja Real Madrid na Real Madrid for su wi ama. Award. Eto de be fe eto de
award scheme.
Maishu, brother say ye nkwada ni mienu ezi ade MON-FRI mamoko.
Omoko na obo kese pa na mfambo Ghana Football Association.
Omaye dey.
Wa omokru ma no ono DIABY. The ohwe the data combination of Morocco. The Ocheki Egypt. The Ocheki Algeria. The Ocheki most of these national teams are propel youth nationals very well. DIABY, you will understand what I am talking about. So Morocco, data of their young players are tracking each and every footballer or born a ball. So or your professional footballer, so on your professional footballer, so academy, they can track each and every player around the world. Oko Algeria the same thing. Oko Egypt the same thing. Even South Africa. Last 2 months, 89 invented that kind of data analysis about their players. Meaning that they've understood, say, if you want to nurture a young players, just for them to have good performance for your main national team, there was so share say the free baby and sana odiako baby. Education be culture say penimuna watching a deal with GHS, penimuna watching a deal with SHS train and the who here in Kwadano the foundation.
Your GHS.
I don't know who here.
Your primary, no.
Your own them the one nursery, no kindergarten. Yes. So when you go to Germany,
yeah,
professors in charge of universities.
Oh, okay.
Most of professors in charge almost charge of kindergarten in Nigeria.
Or
the foundation no and no dini.
Okay.
But you krum have football now, you krum hanom no. We don't care about these young individuals. In terms you blame the GFA, the current administration. Mamembo question yanti chiabaso. Because time if 2000 ho back a crown on ube so no DIABY. So up one particular president from an under 17 and a 21 thing it was Kosinyan. You check it. Those times in Ghana air pair from the 2006 Ebano. Not national team in year 28 original announcement. Check it. The number of players a year good transition from under 17 and under 20 into the main national team. Good transition. The last transition a year, you know. The muka krebi naka say enokraka did that you the honest as say Black Stars won't be.
Yeah.
That was the 2009 latest transition a year. Currently as we speak, but some say yeah Black Stars no more that no they make me 7 players. Or more than 20 ana. Yeah. They make me 7 players. 7 good players on my bomb from under 20 deal with the national team. Yeah. But gone are the days in 2010 Angola. Yeko Angola AFCON no. Check the number of 2009 guys no more that World Cup against Brazil. Check the number of under 20 players at that time. Coach Milo Edumurem for Angola. He saw that the future of Ghana Black Stars now rely on these young guys. The FA at that time, he saw that moment say under 24 quarter we no meet me akwakoye sound wade no. See your 2 more JJ more the Black Stars no suffer. So he needed to feel them. Or feel the woman. Did they feel? They didn't feel us. They were able to move Ghana into the finals. A shocking reaction in even African countries because at that time, Michael Essien no here come from here point to try.
What time this year who? We was so born as a level now near person would draw one choice system.
One choice system.
But we did that so there's a do na unions we were didn't come. Yeah, we quad that 20 under 20 players just say Waboroswa now when you number support 20 years.
20 years, yeah.
20 years from 2009, Baby says, or everyone's on mobile lamb like 2010. 15 years ago. To do an retire.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Football, you say now, boys maybe I defy more than 30 years. Until the 15 they can't that time, what 30 years, so it's normal.
Yeah. And no crown from
no 19 years, sir. From 2009, ever how many years? 16 years. How can and that's 35. So it's okay.
We play do more or Brosa age at that time.
35 years.
Why are they? Age issue.
Very few now. Footballers, very few now. Bob extra 35.
They why are they pa?
I'm the book real age.
Ah, now why look age? Why so come over Laudi?
What's that?
Why look age? Who the movie you? I mean, was it? Oh yeah, you were deaf.
My giant age, you want some country. Oh, me more deaf. My giant age, you want some country.
Oh, now movie.
DIABY. They didn't Jordan mo there. Who did I? Oh, yeah, one more room how.
And today,
approach him near home.
Today,
be legit.
I know it was somebody there.
They didn't Jordan. Legit. On born at Jordan boy at this age. Legit. Me say most of our football didn't tell me now football career now could do so age. Omokwa prano mbe prano abrofo no hwe prano hu age na so mo de won crying no honto enye jotegu nanse oye ni interview we dey nkomo okrum he no so ko Egypt e no koto na say me to mo ko American komo tina komo ja bobo because oko reducing the age sana 24 play me see me ba ku bubum minimum kra me ba ku me mboni di ono di minimum age minimum age minimum age. But didn't tell me Kasa said DIABY. Sanko that way, no. You don't go Angola 2010. No. They were able to go into the finals. From that time, Nebano, how many transitional moments in India within our national team? Ekwa say our national team, no, for you to have an impact, for you to be called to the national team, whom you know. Akwakoye whom you know, akwakoye protocol. So we serious protocol. Nasa ubetimi die wurem within the national team and ne betimi aboa. Enka Salifu any Baba Alasan. Salifu Ibrahim when he was playing for Accra House of Folk, very fine player. Baba Alasan, I'm sure the story concerning the reason was switching the nationality. But say ekoye sa de na se koba ne say say sana Salifu Ibrahim any Baba Lance turn. Last time AFCON qualifiers near boy we play against one particular national team. Was it Chad?
Yeah.
So Ghana, Ghana boy back.
I am a lot of free crash.
Very good.
Back crash, strike a lot share. It was also fee. Oh, they are crowd, some
yeah. But that tells you, say, Ghana, the FA, any microphone manager football, no, they are not taking good care of our young guys in our country. The talent is there. The raw talent, the talent and everything is there. But as to somebody to me, I handle talent and I sustain talent, you know. I incorporate them within the youth nationals of our national team, no, I have a problem. That is the reason why our boys know when they say, so mudum pimpins will be. No, so switch here. Or so quick or switch it. Oh, Odun pimpins so switch it. Also a quick no switch it. Me say 2005-2006 season. Alex Techimensa. I was once a bobo Kuruma de Akudu Switzerland. Obo Prim for Ghana Black Stars. From 2002, they never called Alex Techimensa. But when at that time, the Ghana Football Association, who said Abandon National Center at that time, said, many African players no should go say we more than Alex Techimensa. FC bar.
Quick, they call what?
Yeah, say quick, no so on back.
Okay.
Because the naturalization process was due at Switzerland. Ne maami or chibo fruit. I was once a bus stop in a far from friend. I can say Mr. In Penifua Befi, Beboma Ghana Blasters.
And Alex on Ghana power.
Yes.
Was there. I didn't do that.
Nere Catherine. Everything was set. One naturalism, I mean Switzerland, national team. And called naturalism Switzerland, and it would have been the best moment of Alex Techimensa. But Omame far from because at that time, no, DIABY. Officials nim penifo na ban ho waso wanse airfly na nya asem peto o maame wa me chibo foto as wanse bus stop Catholic church in nchen wa o maame na fa phones esesa na again so ombe ma Ghana Blacks no bobo ma Ghana Blacks or the World Cup. What can I say? Ghana ball friendly match after the World Cup against Brazil.
Yeah,
he came in, he played so well. After that game, he had that serious injury. Alex Techimensa pay. So I'm saying, say, the data and everything that we are lacking as a country, no, the GFA, Keto Kreku, if you want us to believe, say, you are doing the bring back one wine love now, this is the moment. Bring back one wine love now. It doesn't start with the main national team. It starts with the youth. It starts with the youth. And a young caller no more than 17 and 20 and 23 now do mudi agrono. Agrono mudi boys needy. Agrono mudi boys needy. In Kwano, Obeses are incredible cover for tournament. Selection Bebano. Now the next in Kroma from almost 15 players, no more for national team. You're more qualified. Minimum crampono. You have from qualifiers and then go you know. Your last match, your boy was that against Sudan. Against Sudan, right? Or Moko, it was assessed and crown of the Germany who sees. So we are saying, say, they shouldn't play with the youth national that we have in our country.
I think was you, my non family and mama fair for the go. Let me tell you about more than you. Any say squad the Baba Korea Zambia squad, not Ghana any region. Almost will be Dinishim or Hini Giant. Or you really are there. But the way the only confirm is on the father outside on it. Said the room see push there and all the switch. Go, it is what to folk no. I'm not really best player of Ghana. I know more scouting say you could meet also Bano, but not drinking and answer Kaka. All Ghana under 23 na Black Stars B. And on your queen room. Eti, oh, you're quite now, maybe I'm a mama for them.
The tell me, sir, life we na Kasano. Sometimes, moon 7 doors and how I know what's equal. I na and penny to me, bo mutimu pose or medi money. And some child so mood dibony na. I na a whole instance and so about a chimanaso. Oku on a normal day, young player bia or be frame busa me say me mama Ghana na se ma Ghana no. So with the option to play for country for Fra, I'll give him the Onkoboma country. Because that would be the best thing about me about. Because we live in a country where people will only come to your aid and they will come close to you when they need you. Okuya Wahana. Yeah, Percy World Cup. and we had the opportunity to play a game against Nigeria. A young boy was starting football. It was rumor. Nobody knew him. He went there to bring the guy, and he came. Go back and do your search. Nakoshe, that a year Nigeria defense on that day, the experience they had, a level of intelligence this small guy came in, helped Ghana to qualify for the World Cup. He was left out of the squad. They call World Cup. Brought in someone, I was saying he felt say on your Ghana, you come and play for Ghana. I'm a 20 years old. I do things there. If somebody comes, no, somebody a football, I'm gonna foot to some of my blasters. No, I want to give that kind of advice. We live in a country where people think that so would be at the end of what they do, what benefits them. I'm talking about Fenejan, a young guy that knows his had the opportunity, and at the end of Ghana, we've not even begged him enough. Yes, because that World Cup, many boy and Kenyan was struggle to get a team. Say the name say Nanko. Because if he had the World Cup on Nigeria, that would have been a different story. But next time, baby, this in check of foul beer. On your Ghana knee or DBS on your Ghana knee. I'm going to body my blasters and then who performance. Who goes and do a watch time and see what share 300 goals among Ghana blasters.
Imagine we are what does a graduate.
What share 300 goals among Ghana blasters. That is how I you bonnet for a TTA Okuma. You know, Obi decided say he wants to play for different team. I'll support that person with Bibiano. The idea of Fenejan, nobody wanted to nationalize Fenejan. I'm not saying that. But the person may catch when they say, they want put a man of notice or the boom. Football, we shouldn't talk about somebody nationalizing for a different country. We shouldn't talk about it. Because these guys know somebody somewhere at the FA said you no disrespect to Libya. But on a normal level, only who can to a Casachile could be Abbas and Casachile could pass. Because of a corner or not in the play a comedy.
So
right after
so play a bit more qualified for Okono uniform.
Your friend Fenejan no form.
Because that man was doing well.
Ntitemana ye kono no why dey.
No on and off kakra.
Na ye on and off.
Say o ajana so na article. O ajana so.
I'm no be bo ma ye na ye oboy na ye friend. Sad me city. That was how I city. Then na bro so.
So as a coach you will choose to play bia. Who say the form nyere dey the form e cause o say bia the form nyere na be do qualify for.
Man na the form ye no. Man na the form ye no.
Oh, say it is a Naki Bagano, no top player. No, a top player. Bad experience near they are no bro. After Nigerians, so any day.
But now what Cup will be any experience? No, needs our World Cup experience.
Yeah, I agree. But they can say player the old friend now, already you on the club side. Now they are friend. On any day, in Naki Banagana football be near the common with more energy. And or buy Emfa. They make our what is it. So who you coach? I will choose to play at the NACO tournament. Cause a
player that was one year Ghana knew. That is where I'm coming from. A player that was one year Ghana knew. Inaki Williams on your Ghana knew. Watre on your Ghana knew. Interviews no be and then the idea Francis Amuzumi. The idea other players no. One why you be paying. This was Mark who said let's have play. Intina sometimes the kind of hypocrisy in people and I'm on to say you brought Inaki Williams and who did Ketia won't call more near one phone calls or more rejected Ghana pay. But took a free brand to me by when he rejected Ghana. In this affair,
we need service with the idea. We on the service with the idea.
We need service with the idea. We didn't who changed service with the
then I'm away who changed
service to start Ukruma and people disrespected him.
Oh, okay.
They disrespected him. And they said, "Yeah, cut the Chimenzadi." Or on Intimo Asempa. The Ghana Football Association in point for no years, man. They are the people that come to Ghana football from. Who are coming what to do to that. But many of the people who are among forms can't do. Among players car. They are there making sure some administrators and amount for investment no more. They don't invest in football. They don't buy football boots. But they think that they can give us a match same Ghana football or soon a football person. It's the reason why we are suffering. Now that may come Morocco, when you get a selfless leader who thinks about the bigger picture, thinks about the football people, think about people's welfare. Say ya ne control football ne cause no ye de ni guno. Obia think about the interest. Obia interest first. Even the Blasters who comes and coach the Blasters, who become the next coach of the Blasters, the under 20, the under 19 or whatever, a people's personal interest. And Blasters, Ghana football will continue to suffer. Because people are there because of their interest and interest alone. How the players about Blasters, no, I have more Blasters material. Some of the players from Blasters. Or Blasters. So if such players can come to the Blasters and play for your Blasters now, then what disrespected a lot of people? When a retire in town. Then I'm for another retire in town. Or no? So who are noble? You say President or World Cup?
What can happen?
With that mentality and with that thinking, can't regret or Pagana for actual. I say we make kind of something.
I will so 100 pound.
Kwabro Usuai.
Yeah, Kwabro Usu. Yeah, also the same thing. Kwabro Usu the other day. I was I don't Kwabro Usu the call Egypt. Never so I bet you say well, no, I don't know. No. But the pretend no made the Emmy Japan. I'm not the pretend balam light. Or what the no craft. No, be any no. Those days no shaka. Or what the no craft. A do be a no war form for or Bob Ghost Malu do greater. Ye nin komo what the pretending crowd.
No form.
Na ye nin komo many your money didn't cry men national team no crab.
That's why ye or invest in the PR.
If you ask what
but still.
Ghana in football no say me to di na me hwe no mamu a. Ye be bre papa.
So about you people should let California away say. E den a World Cup na e be ko. Ra no mo wo mo abrochi. Ye nya ko bi nya be mi so.
But me ni problem with that.
My so that answer na try na ko. Answer
me ni problem with that because ya be say ya. Me ni problem with that. But the person can say you see Tagbata ma okay. We had a person during some time ago. He wasn't an FA president and questioned a coach integrity when he failed to call his player. But that same person with this one, he's doing worse than Danny Pacron. Good to see you and you succeed. Never. That is life. Oh, Benjamin Tetas and one.
Benjamin Tetas.
See a question. And not I'm so being a FA president. We failed to renew Question players a year contract. But since Question we've never had a better coach than him in terms of year. That is life. This is life. Life, you say karma. Sometimes you enjoy now. And that is what it is before. He will continue to suffer. Your man or you call and you say go for coach about money matrama kwe. The coach came and he was more than matrama kwe. Life is simple. If you live by principles.
No, but Malaga. You call work up. No, but you know my six player. Baba Idris.
I do see there. Why should condemn? And I be boys no cry. I've called that. What can I confirm Baba why do you? Oh, Kalasema. I be more far or John that. Baba, where am I far from? I went to our jury allows on our Java 0206 334747 0206 334747 0206 334646 0206 334646. Oba na wabomode alowa TV set no na mesemo enra se de musi tuto bo ba park so na me di nyame di srebo pa obia ma me kasanti obia Black Stars so ene ne ma ba ne didi de come on. Good evening Diaby. I wish you bring salute for all the best of luck. My main for you the kind call out the camera patrol the end baby our friend. Hello caller.
Hello Cameron.
Yeah. I recruit just your ultras president Ibra with you.
I will be able to
oh yeah pa
the Ghana football bureau Chakrabe na Braba Obaka so Boba Magana I'm not a bribe. I'm not a bribe. No, we are one sound frail. He said, when you the question and answer, Kazakhstan, they are naturalized. I'm on my pekakra. They feel holiday at the Peruvian in the home. That's it.
Ate, bezo me dase. Maria na me fa fofo. Me ba cho odi ani baby afrefi.
On the family.
Kwame, me ba oga zafi.
I'm person cafe. Black Star, young to take for the armor, almost that Tanya Fab, a Omogana football, so more managing a Premier League.
Say po bia mana manage Black Stars na maya.
You ever pay a organization be more about Ghana or put the national teams in Owasu.
Oh, the Rabbi Japaditi or more, I was almost a fatter a crib more vessel.
Because we move you. The clip up, Yamaka and to understand then or pass.
I'm a far for now. You get me, but you dear baby Alfrefi.
But on me because you have a cafe flat with my cousin.
Go be about with you.
But Kuku Yamani Hopa or you would and Kasa or Kasa Yusu. But you have all one out kind of cry in person. But also on you know, and you're maybe dealing nothing on your Hopa because after the Ghana can you matter. I be a Kasa and then to go out why the door. I mean, no. I mean, we don't have it.
Mate, ọ̀dọ̀ wa sepa ma mehwẹ na mefa fofo. Me ba do dia de baby Alfrefi.
Oye, ko atako ka tumashu.
Me ba do dia rose.
Atafobia, atafra tumashu.
Atafobia video ada.
Ida we da so me ko. Me bo etia I so be have to cook match na me kan waso. Abo ni de mon train to e one ke. E do first half na e si wi afa. Na Black Stars after me dey the kind of idea baby, actually, I know who baby are. I know what you are doing. Now, my really this. When I am doing, my good idea. That kind of stuff now. The idea grow. That's it.
Mate, me da se me far from. Me ba cho dia ni baby Alfrefi. Hello. Yeah, Udini baby Alfrefi. Me ba cho bi 2 million.
Bacho yada serve ni one other player na mwana kama other team other country na do mas because no obeye ni wetin dia but research system by vono omo ready omo ye ni ubeti mabo ombo na se country be frawa na ka babo na diska aka me se kan se for sometimes more response na you pa na montini because it looks like more than Mokano, it came by and it will be Mozanga for Mura. Yes, and Muzebaya with my team at Damaya Kamakama, Madame.
Mate, no so better as a far for. Me patro dear baby Alfrefi.
I have Remikin as a free asking.
Me patro me 2 million.
Ghana answer. On my police, and will be fired because I perform. Yeah,
Mate, me da se. O dear baby Alfrefi. Hello. That's your query. When you're ready, zone ever kasaba.
Hello, Abu.
Yeah, me patro dear baby Alfrefi.
The fellow step na pen kaseti ni di answer.
Me na pia ni di answer for come there.
Yeah, bibia boko Abu.
Me too.
Fine. I'm saying that me baga to bomb wo hono minti no de ka se mentwen sama twa tan na Abu Ghana ha ne de impeni hono de bo ne mi de no kure ai de no kure de mun kan ba kura obia self interest obia na inati yula ne de oba Ghana na ofia they need to make jip papa akoye ka che no onye Ghana ni Spain ni into the Ghana kona nshuma mbo Obano Fria and the Pamechia, Ricardo Varas, and Maestro in an Islam.
Mate, Yamisha also married a far for. My patro, dear baby Alfrefi.
Some catch on contacted ABOU DIABY.
Ogoro, Sampa Boko there.
Oh, Sina, Sampa Yakulo. DIABY on Saturday,
what I'm for my career take and for year or something.
What money aqua mame? Why?
Mate, what do town which is at a person?
Mate.
Near meeting say FC Barcelona, better you put it, not to know my year. A who you need, on to know my year. Nananka yam do to Naka and say, boom, Manaka, you put in. Ghana, you surrender your penny for ye. Tina, men know to do what you are done. Tina, all African games, Ghana, host again. Tina is on top of the enemy, down Kokuya for the anymore. But report it by every because you want and will put the Ghana in the end. Tina, what in Kenya, oh, with him, yeah, but you will want. I don't know who to be a better anymore.
As your girl, my very head I'm far the power from. But I don't hear the baby African. Hello, call out America.
Hello?
Yeah, call out Dini baby African.
Dini Green from Gassett Club once.
About 2 million.
Let me see, it is a Benjamin has started, but so what international good.
International good, yes, and now your matches here with cross international matches.
I think I'm going to
what major tournament
for a solid action. Nanka, what I'm watching a couple of the Nanka. What am I uncle to the
Chawai, as I said, my abocana, as I don't know what trials will down. Eddie and another Muyazu Mo di Afena Kwabi. Ever than comforting the Bivasa sign, Afena. My referee will chat, what I chat to Dini baby African. Hello, last caller, what's a car? Remember no crime. Pinyana me fan premier de. Abi, you go equal na you fancy you man and Benin PJ.
No ko call a charge of phone na. Obi say if na mon ko gina nsanjiro for mo amon ko. Ke dokra ku nsanjiro ni pani. Ya santi chu. Nsanjiro pani. Dr. Randiabi.
Nsanjiro pani pa.
Fred Achi.
Nsanjiro pani pa.
Sheikh Tofik.
Nsanjiro pani pa.
Nsanjiro for nkwa na ran Ghana Football Association.
Yeah.
Ne omo na eye di ye nua mo penifo na eye no why tieta o machi eye ya be bo ma o so anko ye be criticize o mo ya de ye mo gu bibi aka kire awon ka ya na eye football se drop ya na eye se drop penifo na eye bo no mo se eye ya mo wa so anko ye nso mo ye bo machi ye criticize on constructively na o ye don be ye dia be na mo se asare se mfa tu kwan no ko dawe na no ye ko bo Nigeria wo UK ono na ko da internal ono wa da go ko ya man da Germany ni Turkey Ajo, we chinchi ya.
Yako. Mamentia. Afukato. Opon no. Go ahead and then. Afukato nsha. Mentia. Ono so.
Ate. That's it. Kwau.
Oni
ye mama na me fan pem na me peja me.
Mamentia kwati yesi we the madan cake. And baby, oh man, your money soon. What yeah, baby motos.